won't kick you out. It's fine.
Well,
Yet.
oh no. Oh, peer pressure. That's a flaw in George's character sheet.
Oh no.
No.
All right.
Game one is always a little hairy.
Actually, that's a good way to kick this off because yes, game one usually is a little touch and go. When you're when everybody is brand new to their characters and the game system is relatively new to certain people, so totally get it.
Everything's
pull up
new
the
to me,
manual.
Jerome.
This is true. 1 second. I still need to make sure I've got some volumes here. It's oh, let's get her back on there. Can I get you to talk again, Abby?
What's that?
Talk again, Abby. Say something.
I'm talking. Hello, hello, hello.
Thank you. Okay, and there we go. All right, so obviously we don't have any sort of a game recap as of this point. There has been no game for this. So I will start off by saying that Mythic Savannah is set in the same universe as Shadow the Phoenix, which has previously been played on this channel, as well as the long-time game Ashland by Night. So it is entirely possible that you may see some NPCs drift from one game to another. So this is setting up in August of 2024, so it is present time. For those of you who tune in and are watching the game, you will note that there are a lot of logos that aren't showing up. Oh, crap. Okay, hold on a second.
Aren't showing up
Memento 4 flavors. I need to just move one thing down and... Oh, doggone it. It didn't do what I wanted it to do. Now it should. It's not moving. Okay. One more second.
Quick, Brittany, stall. Do the thing.
Last time on Savannah by Night,
Wait a
we
second.
created characters.
Okay, this is...
Is it just me, or is Jerome's name written in some kind of hieroglyphs?
Yeah, that's Hyrulean.
That's his true name.
Yeah.
I don't
no.
speak that language.
That actually is not Hyrulean. That's a good guess.
Oh.
Yeah.
Always take Davy's comments with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
He's usually throwing something out there like spaghetti and checking to see what sticks to the wall.
Yeah.
That is actually Atlantean.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. Oh, right.
From Atlantis, the Lost whatever, the Disney epic that they never seem to talk about anymore.
Oh.
The one
The
that they
cartoon.
actually should make a live action film with.
That would be a really fun one.
That would be a fun one, yeah.
Right?
The Treasure Planet.
Yeah. Yes.
There you go.
They're in that same.
And Treasure
realm.
Planet was a remake, even though it was a cartoon. That was a good hot take too. So, anyways,
So.
but yes,
good.
that is what my my logo is. All it just says is Jerome in Atlantean.
Nice.
But
Thank you for translating.
But I thought, since most of the logos, which are now present on the screen,
I see them now.
yeah, can now be seen. You'll note that there's a bunch of them here that you do not recognize. That is on purpose. Some of which are from actual World of Darkness games, or different genres altogether within the World of Darkness. Others I've had to make up for games within White Wolf that did not have a logo of that nature. Fan supplements that were pretty popular, or concepts that fit within other World of Darkness games that needed its own logo. So, and then of course, thank you very much to George for all of the fan art for the characters. You will note that everybody is represented down below on the screen. And in case you don't know who is who, it's designated by their official clan, tribe, thing logo that you have on there. So, for example, the cross with a lot of points actually is Dale, and so on and so forth. So, Okay, but so another thing obviously to keep in mind is because we're at a brand new starting point for the game. Not everybody's going to be together, and on top of that, the politically speaking, this is not an anarch game or anything of that nature. So everybody has different starting points and different reasons for possibly being together or doing business or maybe despising people. Who knows? But with that being said, we'll go ahead and kick things off. And everybody's going to eventually get some sort of an intro because we got to find out like where they're starting off from. All right, so Sly, you actually haven't been in Savannah all that long. You've been here long enough to get a hotel, one of those cheap, potential long stay hotels just in case, because you're running low on money enough that you can't afford to randomly be scurrying about at this point. You're gonna have to find some odd jobs or something to help offset the lack of income coming in.
Yeah.
Thankfully, you're not dirt poor, but depending upon your expenditures, it's going to get that way pretty quick.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So then, have I already gotten the room and whatnot,
Yes.
or did it just? Okay, cool.
Yeah, you've been in town 2 nights now so far.
Okay.
Getting kind of acclimated to the weather that's here and the vibe of Savannah. The one thing that you have noticed is that the city is very big on tourism. So if you're trying to do con games, maybe that's an angle you're going to go at. There may be job opportunities on the down low somewhere within the city. But other than that, it's what you are focused on at this immediate moment. Right now, as we pick up your scene, you happen to have Hair Club for Men turned on the TV as you've just been kind of mindlessly channel surfing, trying to find something to preoccupy your time.
And what time is it right now?
Right now, it is high noon.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, so he's just flipping through the channels there, and he sees that. He's like, "That's so, that's sad. That's the hair. Oh my, no! Don't admit that you're the president. Oh, jeez." And he turns that off, and he's like gets up and kind of looks outside. How busy does it look like outside as far as the traffic goes and whatnot?
Pretty tame here, as far as you can tell.
Okay.
You are on the south side of town, so not quite where most of the important business or buildings would be. It's a good bit away from the main commercial district from what you can tell, because you've got one of those travel brochure things that you might pick up on when you're getting into the city.
Right.
That gives you a basic layout. It's cartoonized, or so it's like it's not like you can use it for specific locations, but if you can look for a district, you can kind of get your way around.
Okay.
The primary area that seems to draw a lot of business for the city, at least as far as the way their advertising works, is downtown and north downtown, right by the riverfront.
Okay.
It seems to be like they have a lot of stuff that goes on around that area, a lot of touristy things that go on. You could drive if you want. There is there are public transports and a tram that kind of goes around Savannah as well. That might be an option to pick up.
Gotcha. Yeah, you know what? To save on gas money, might want to just do that and get a lay of the land. So, yeah, he's going to go ahead and just exit his hotel room, lock it, and then wherever, like he's using the pamphlet or whatever to look for wherever the nearest tram station is, so he can go check out that district downtown.
Okay. So that is, let me get that map pulled back up here again real fast. Boop. Okay. So that is the North Historic District. And in specific, there is, what is the name of that street? It's not Bay. Oh, it's in between Bay Street and River Street.
Okay.
Obviously, there's other shops. There are restaurants and there are hotels. because again, it's a big travel city that people like to come here and just soak everything in.
Cool.
But those are our two kind of really big commerce sections that have a lot of small mom and pop shops that kind of cater to that. You got some high end eateries in that area. They also have the historic warehouse tourism district that's very similar, but it's like kind of like an open air mall sort of theme, but sits like right on the river almost.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, he's just gonna he's actually gonna walk around wherever there seems to be a mix of people. Like he's not gonna go to like the richest part of town where it seems like all the snobby people are. He's not gonna go to like the ghetto or anything. He's gonna
Mhm.
look for wherever there's like a mix of people just to get like a lay of the land and see if he notices anything kind of out of place because he remembers Savannah for some reason.
Okay, sure. Then you remember enough of it to know that most of downtown is well kept, nice kept, clean. Because again, big touristy city, they try to make sure that they're any place around museums look really nice. The section you're looking for is actually going to kind of fit because it has a pretty big park called Emmett Park nearby.
Okay.
So people out walking their dogs or taking in, soaking in the sun a little bit or just having a day, maybe playing with kids. It's very, very family friendly at this hour. East River Street is a small street. You can get through it. That's the way to put this. Like it's enough for one car to go down either way,
Okay.
but it's mainly one of these streets that you would just walk on. Like maybe at one point in time, it was generally clear for vehicle traffic. Did I pass it up? No, I didn't. Here we go. But the trolley that I was mentioning actually goes right down the middle of it.
Okay.
So you can just kind of catch it and hop off at like at any point in time in that area. It kind of takes a meandering, like a meandering turn and around and kind of coming about. You can get vehicles down here, but it's very, very tight fit.
Got it. Okay.
Coming through to River Street, you've got like the old Harbor Inn. Drink at Joe's. There is also a location just down on the other side of the historic touristing section for the harbor. It's a location called the Arcana Cabana. And it sits across from a public parking lot for people who bring their cars over in this particular area. From the riverside, from that, there's also the riverfront where you actually see large haul cargo ships will float down to wherever it is that they're intending. So it's the river just isn't a small river. It's a port of access for cargo intended for the mainland here as well. So there's a bit of large commerce, obviously coming down the riverway. There's small commerce here along the street. And there's, at any point in time, maybe about 10 or 15 people walking up and down this little boulevard here, just kind of taking in the sights or whatnot. It is in the middle of the day, so it's not quite as trafficked as it might be when it gets towards the evening time and things start to cool down.
Okay. That Arcana Cabana, can I tell what it is from where I'm at, or would I have to go up to it?
100%. It
Okay.
has a kind of a nice overhang, like canvas overhang, and it has one window that it may have been used at one point in time to peek in, but they've kind of converted it to a display. And it is a magician's Toys R Us, for lack of a better term. Like it is a place, if you are a performer, if you're a magician, if you're just a hobbyist, heck, if you're even looking for something for Halloween, this is probably a good place to stop.
that looks like fun. And he has not seen a thing like that before. He's not hungry yet, so he's going to go there and check it out.
Okay. So as you approach, you can see that they've got a sign in the window that says, early Halloween specials, check inside, sort of thing. They're gearing up, obviously trying to beat the Spirit Halloween crowd.
Right.
But yeah, as you walk in, instead of a chime, you hear the very typical like Bela Lugosi, as you walk inside, and you can see he must be like 20 something, young 20 something, and he's like doing some dusting around the countertops, and turns and looks and he says, "Hey man, do you need anything? Just ask." And this thing it's packed, almost fire safety hazard packed. Like it's got end caps that have got a bunch of merchandise. It's got a section in the back where it looks like people who might be interested in slightly better Halloween costumes. Like it could probably pass for a cheap Ren Fair sort of thing. Like you can kind of get that there. Obviously, they've got rows and rows of general tricks. They've got puzzles and games that might go with that. They've got some of the larger items, like saw somebody in half box, that sort of thing. They've got a cork board in the back where people are posting up their own like little advertisements, amateur shows and whatnot that people might be performing at.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, he's gonna be walking around and he'll say, "Is he like the only one in the store right now?"
Yeah.
He's
He's the only one in there right now.
So walking by, I look at him and I'm like, "Boy, you've got every trick in the book and then some. Boy, how do you get this much stuff?"
Oh, so I mean, he like looks around. He's like, I don't know. You'd have to ask the boss when he's in like later on tonight. But yeah, this is like his passion. I guess he was. I guess the rumor was he used to be a magician out on the Vegas Strip, like back in the 70s or something.
Oh, wow.
So like I would assume I guess he kind of knows like the ins and outs or whatnot. So.
Pretty nice. Yeah, very cool. You get a lot of people about this time of year. It's coming on Halloween. Anybody getting those costumes or anything?
Oh yeah. We just we just had a Ren Fair here not too long ago. So that's I think it's kind of why he's trying to keep some of them in stock.
Gotcha.
And they got this like LARP group that seems to be doing like Dark Ages stuff. I guess it kind of spins off. I mean, I kind of know too much. It's a cork board up on the wall. But yeah, they a lot of these guys are looking for quick and easy costumes, I guess, as opposed to making your own or whatnot. I don't know. All I know is, we don't sell the foam swords and shields, I guess, that they use. But we've got the other stuff, so.
Got it. Very cool. Yeah. So yeah, that cork board. Anybody can just post up there, or what's?
Just,
the deal with that?
That's just that's a community thing. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. Go take a look at that. So I'll go ahead and look over there and just kind of browse it and see if there's anything kind of weird or out of place, or just if it's all seemingly normal stuff.
It's one part. It's one part kind of Craigslist, like just people with index cards trying to sell something. They got tacked up there. There's a note for Black Dragon Games, which is that LARP or whatever the heck that he was mentioning. You can tell immediately because that's what it's like. Have you tried live action role playing?
Got it.
Do you have foam weapons? Yada yada, and then kind of it gives an address like where they meet, and an email address that somebody can contact if they're interested. Another one, a couple of others are like what appear to be like amateurs trying to get their name out there for birthday parties and private parties or corporate gigs, that sort of thing.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. So he'll like pull out his phone and just kind of take a picture of the LARP. So he's got that information. And then he'll walk back up to the guy behind the counter and be like, "So, I'm actually relatively new in town. might need to look for some employment. You guys wouldn't happen to be hiring, would you?
Oh, he kind of like looks around. He says, I don't know, but if you got like a resume or something, I can take it and give it to the boss when he comes in. We're all
Does it-
kind of word of mouth where that's concerned. He doesn't really have like a online forum or what is it, jobs.com or so. Yeah, we don't have anything like that.
Got it. Got it. Yeah. Yeah. Boy, I am gonna have to get a resume or something, aren't I? Well, all right then. Hey, nice place. Might be coming back. That do you do any of that Ren Fair LARPing stuff or?
Oh, that no. No, I'm here trying to earn some money while I go to college.
Oh, no, kind of a
SCAD
local.
doesn't pay for itself.
Got it. Got it. Well, all right. You have a good one.
Hey, you too, man. And I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. What was your name?
Sylvester. Yeah, you can call me Sly. And he holds out his hand and
Oh,
shakes his
so
hand.
he shakes your hand. He's like, oh, Sly. Oh, like Stallone Sly, huh? Not bad.
Yeah, yeah, something like that.
He says, I'm Kyle. Like, if you ever come back in, you need anything, just ask for me. I'm here most days.
Got it. Pleasure to meet you, Kyle. Take it easy.
So you step outside,
Yeah. All right.
and as you step outside, and if you need a visual, you can look up the Peanut Shop on East River Street. That is the location of the Arcana Cabana.
Okay.
And of course, directly across from that is the parking lot that I was mentioning. So
Okay.
in the parking lot, you see somebody leaning against their bike, looking right at you.
By a bike, is that like a motorcycle or actual
Motorcycle.
bicycle? Okay.
Yeah. So it's it appears to be a custom built. It's not like a Harley or anything of that nature. He does have a coat, but it's not currently on. It just got a white shirt and their cut, which is the leather vest, denim jeans, and some solid but worn looking boots.
Okay. All right. So he'll go ahead and he'll stop and look back at him too and give a grin and then start walking towards him. And once he gets like within like 20 feet or something of him and be like, nice day out. You been here long?
He kind of looks around and he says, "No, I haven't. So you're calling yourself Sly now, huh?"
Do I know you, friend?
You could say.
Can I
It might be best if we have this conversation elsewhere.
Okay. Can I make any type of roll to see if I recognize this person from his past?
You could definitely get a wits. I would give you a wits and investigations check if you'd like to check Sly's memory.
Okay.
See if Sly knows him.
Okay, let me see here. The rolls. Okay. Not a lot. I'm assuming difficulty 6.
Yes.
Okay. Botch.
Okay.
Ooh.
Outside of the familiarity, you're just not sure. But you've learned in the short time that you've been back, and you're still trying to get adjusted to all of Sly's memories.
Yeah.
It's maybe somebody that Sly knows, so playing it cool might help
Sure.
ease your way into something.
Okay. There's like, you know what? Yeah, let's have a talk. Where would you like to go, friend?
So he just motions over to the River Street Marketplace, which is like across the street, right next door. He says it's not terribly busy, and if you're interested, I'll buy you a coffee. How's that?
Don't mind if I do. Let's do it.
So he walks with you, across the street at that point. We'll get to you here in just a second then. Okay, so Petra. So the morning rush at this point has finally come and gone. Lunch is going to be stepping up here soon. You have 2 applicants so far, but it's only been a day for the little cafe that you've got going on there. Courtney at this point, has pulled her, her hair back again and is taking a damp towel and kind of wiping off her face. And yeah, at this point, the big order that you were you're filling has been filled. That's a success. At this
So
point,
they picked it up.
yeah. So that's
Okay.
all been picked
over.
up. So that little bit of stress is now off. And she's taking a moment and just sucking in some wind and whatnot. And she says, and she's like, and she's like, Mom, I don't know how you do it. I'm exhausted.
I guess I'm just used to it.
You're
Go ahead.
You're not supposed to be. Shouldn't you be like having like arthritis or something like right now? Like, I mean, you're running laps around me.
Oh, it's just is how it is. Go ahead and put your feet up and take a break. I can watch the counter.
I'm gonna jump on my phone and like find a gym or something. Just goodness, especially if we're going to be hiring somebody, because that means I'm probably going to have to do most of the training.
You're welcome to work out in the basement with me anytime.
Yeah, but that kind of seems like your personal sanctum. You know what I mean? Like your own personal bat cave, and I don't. A part of it feels like it's not right. Doing that sort of thing.
I'm inviting you. You're welcome there.
I know, but I feel like I would be obligated to be your Robin, and I would not be any good in that particular role. Not unless we could figure out some sort of like maybe cookie projectile or something. Like I may be okay with that.
Oh, I don't know how we'd write that one off.
Yeah, I don't either. But there's got to be some nerd out there like on Etsy or something who could put that together. Like those air cannons, but with like biscuits or something. It's like,
I don't know. I think that sounds like a lot more work than I want to take on.
Okay. Well, I'll keep it in mind. Just she's like kind of waves it off and walks to the back office to go.
Go drink something cold and put your feet up.
Yeah, she's gonna walk to the back office, so just like room enough for a chair and a computer. Put her feet up.
So I'll go ahead and wipe down things from the morning rush and make sure everything's restocked and ready to go.
Sure. So everything at this point is good to go. You only have a couple more hours at this point, before it's closing out time. And that time goes by pretty quick. There were a couple more sales to be made from people that are going to the pier, either coming back in from fishing and they want some, like something quick to eat that doesn't require them to wait in a restaurant for something, official. And plus the restaurant's just starting to get open at this point to start serving for lunch. But other than that, I mean, it's the closeout at that point's no problem. And Courtney has to leave to go pick up Micah from school anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So, she locks up at that point and you are free.
All right. I guess first I'll go over the applicants if I haven't already. Let's see if either of them stand out.
Sure. First one, actually both are college students, so they are trying to help supplement their income. They're trying to supplement their income as best they can. One is a female. She's 22. Moved here from out of state. She came from North Carolina and has experience home cooking. Really, that's about it. The other one, similar circumstance. The guy has moved up here to go to school. He's from Florida. Doesn't really have any experience with cooking per se, but it looks like he worked in a comic book shop. So at least he has customer service.
Is there availability match up with what we need?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Suppose I could call him and set up an interview.
Okay, sure. That'll work. So you place some calls. Neither of them pick up right away, so you just leave a standard voice message to for them to follow up with you when you have the opportunity, or when they have the opportunity, I should say. But
Okay.
with that out of the way and the shop finally closed, you could poke around the you could poke around the pier a little bit if you want to. Check on the restaurant. You could go next door to go see just what Charlotte is up to at this point.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Well, first I'll poke my head in the restaurant and make sure that everything's going okay.
Yeah, there's no problem, and I know we mentioned it elsewhere. Let me get that written down real fast, though. What is the?
I don't think we ever came up with a name. I'll get back to you.
Okay. It was Bubba something or other.
Yeah,
like
we're not doing that.
It was like Bubba Shrimp or so. I don't know. But anyways.
It wasn't Bubba Gump, but it was something
Yeah, it wasn't
else.
Bubba Gump. Anyways, Bubba Gumbo, I think is what it was. Something like that. Anyways.
Yeah, I'll get back to you.
But yes, so the area is for lunchtime is unusually busy right now. You have a few more jet ski rentals as people are poking up and down the river here, tooling about and going around the nearby marshlands, creating some wakes and dipping around and whatnot. So.
Okay. All right, then in that case, I will go see how I'll go to Charlotte's shop.
Okay. So Charlotte, you are inside. It has been kind of a quiet day today, but that's not terrible for you since you have obviously other business ventures, as well as online sales that you can do. So you spent part of the day packaging those up and getting some of those ready, so that your guy I think it was Amon. Amon? Okay. I was close. I even wrote the well, because that's how it's spelled.
Wrong religion.
But yes. So yeah, so Amon has been helping you with that, just getting the rest of it packaged, so that way he can make a run down to FedEx to get all of that mailed off at once.
Mm-hmm.
But little ring chimes on your door. Petra comes, walking into your quaint little book nook.
Petra, so good to see you.
Hey, Charlotte.
She comes
it's a
up
little
and greets
quiet
you,
tonight.
and we do the
air kiss thing.
The air kiss thing, yeah. It has been quiet, but gives me time to, package things from online orders. I am getting a shipment of mangoes, though, tomorrow. You might want to have a look at.
I definitely do. Yes. Keep me posted.
Will do. I'll send you a text.
Excellent. And she looks around and makes sure that they're like private.
They are the only
Okay.
person here, and he's actually in the process of leaving.
Unbreaded.
Is unbreaded.
It's his
Davey,
other name.
Davey put that in right as I was about ready to say Amon. So
Unbreaded.
good timing, Davey.
That's his
Uh,
middle
You're
name.
unbreaded, man. You're
Yes.
bare.
Unbreaded touchdown on paper, unbreaded. Amon is the only one here that was, and he's in the process of leaving. You are already aware he's in the know, so
Okay.
it's not a big deal
Okay.
if you talk that next level stuff with him around.
Okay. So Petra will lean in and say, you started doing any patrolling yet?
Not yet, but are you free tonight?
Yeah, actually, I am.
Well,
After dinner?
after dinner. Sounds good. Do you want me to
Okay.
drive?
Sure. Do you enjoy driving?
I do. It's quite nice. Much different from, carriages
old-
and
the old
horseback
days.
riding. Yeah.
It's a lot quieter, a lot
Took some-
faster.
Took some time getting used to, though.
Oh, right?
Was weird.
We're really spoiled these days.
Yeah. Although the clothing has much left to be desired, but
Suppose in a manner of speaking. So we'll have to compare notes sometime.
we should. We really should. I can't believe we haven't yet. Although,
Oh, we learn new things about our friends every day. So
yes. Well, I'll have to make a stop at your restaurant later.
of course. It sounds like they've been pretty busy for lunch, but
Do you think dinner
I'm
will
always-
slow
I'm
down,
always-
or is it the last summer rush? It's August now.
you know what? I'm happy either way. I think we've got the staff necessary, and it should be a good night either way.
Did you get any new job applicants that look promising?
Yeah. Well, I called and left messages. A couple of college kids. I think that'll help a lot. So, are you going to hire anybody new to make up for hours missed, or do you
Well,
think
my
it'll
shop is
fold in?
pretty closed at night, and I do have a mon that runs most of the menial things here.
It's good. A little less immediate in the staffing
Yeah.
needs.
And I do have a sales associate that takes, one of those college kids that sells things.
Of course. All right. So, we'll see you in a few hours.
Yes. You want me to pick you up at your home?
Sure.
Okay. I will see you then. You think 8 o'clock?
Sounds great.
Okay. I'll see you then.
Okay. And I will head home, do a little exercising.
So next door.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess
Well, 2 doors
Sure.
down, technically, yeah.
I
Same
forgot that we
property, different
decided.
door.
I forgot that we decided that my house was off property.
Yes.
Okay.
Not a big, like I said, not a big deal. Same place, just a couple doors down.
Okay.
Okay. So as obviously Amon left, he's he's in a truck and drives off with the items to have delivered and whatnot.
Mhm.
Let's see, your shop probably closes in the evening time, correct? Like in regular hours? Do you
Yeah,
have
probably
special
around
hours?
like no, I would say it probably closes around 6.
Fair enough. Okay.
Pretty early.
Okay. Sure.
The nightlife
FYI,
for the goods that I sell are minuscule.
Right. True. Good point.
FYI, we decided that the cafe closes after lunch.
Yeah.
So, just
That
so you
works.
know.
Sure. Okay. So as you were taking care of that, so Joe, we come back in at this point. It is coming up on the evening time. Well, I should say late afternoon. So how close do you adhere to being a thin blood? And you're muted.
Of course. All right. I cut it pretty close. I basically will. I do actually pay attention to when the projected sunset is
Okay.
time wise. Because I know they publish that. So
Yes.
so I will usually be up probably within 10 to 30 minutes of that time. Always set my alarm for that.
Okay.
And then yeah, so if it's I don't know what time sunset was tonight, but if it's after that time, she'll be up by now.
Sure. So so at this point you are going through your daily routine, getting ready, waiting for the time that you can officially go outside safely.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And by the time you get to your place of employment, which, by the way, you might want to write this down. The place that you work, oops, that is the wrong text file. Here we go. It is Midnight Motors.
Cool.
And as you come walking in, they're already working on other cars that have come in and have got some setups going on. As you approach, to clock in, Stephen,
The boss.
yeah,
Milliner.
yeah, the boss.
Yep.
I want to make sure it's not Stephen or it's Stefan. Hold on a second. Stephen, cool. Yeah, he happens to be there. He is in business casual, pretty chill, which is usually what he's in, unless someone important is coming in and he dresses up. But otherwise, you've been here just long enough to realize that, if he's dressing up, something's going down. And that's usually everybody's sign to be on their best behavior and not deviate much from the work that they're doing. Right now, he's in business casual.
Yeah.
And as you go to clock in, he's like, "Yo, Joe, over here. Come here."
Oh, hey, Steven. Like, what's up, sugar? What's the occasion?
He says, trickle down economics. He says, so we got a special job that's coming to town here, and I thought maybe you want to get in on that.
Well, money's money. So, what you got?
He says, well, nothing's been finalized as of yet, but they're gonna need somebody for their work crew, and I thought maybe this might be a good idea to polish you up a little bit and put you out to work with I don't know, somebody's gonna make my reputation stand out a bit. So it means you got to do a good job. You hear?
Well, I always try my best. And so somebody else, Bob is gonna take the tow jobs for tonight?
Yeah, you don't need to worry about that just yet. So here's what's going on. So they got this movie that's coming into town, and it's a low production, but Hollywood type. Sometimes they tend to spend a bit extra. He says they're going to need somebody obviously to operate with their stunt coordinators and maybe, you know, a little bit extra here and there. I don't know what specifically, but you got the mechanic skills. You know your way around cars. That's your in.
Okay. Okay. Well, who do I gotta like talk to?
So he, jots down a name. Basically, he takes one of their business cards and jots down a name and number on the back. He says this is the producer. Gonna need to talk to him. It's it's an action film, but you're gonna want to talk to this guy. You could find him at the Hilton downtown, and puts the room number down. He says that you could probably just call him. It shouldn't be much of an issue. And of course, just as a heads up, don't be going upstairs to go do no servicing or nothing like that. I already had enough of the Me Too movement. I don't need your head on a chopping block neither.
Oh, I think I can handle myself. I promise. But no, let me go ahead and give him a call. I'll go into the office here and I'll be right back.
Cool. Yeah, just take 10 to 15, sort it out, then let me know what's going on.
All right, sounds like a plan. And then she'll walk off to the side with the card in hand and just sort of adjusting her belt and stuff at the same time. Like, okay, what's going on here? And so when she gets into one of the offices, she shoos out like one of the guys. She's like, hey, I need you to get out for a second.
Sure.
And then she'll close the door and she'll give him a call.
Okay. So you pick up and it's like, this is Mikhail.
Mikhail, Joe here. I heard you were looking for some work crew. My boss, what is my boss name? Steven Milliner. He Midnight Motors said you were looking for people and threw my name in the hat.
He says, "Oh, yes, Mr. Milliner, I am familiar with this person. He says, my name is Mikhail Romanoff. I am a film producer. We are putting on action film here in Savannah. It's going to be called Savage Streets. We were needing somebody who has some technical expertise, but who isn't involved in the union. This is a non-union gig."
Well, I suppose that's why my boss said I might be a good fit. I'm not union, so I mean, if you need somebody, well, what's the pay? What's the hours? I'm a night owl. I'm just want to let you know. I prefer evening and later, but what you got? What you paying?
He says, "Okay. So is flat fee at this point looking at 15,000 for the gig?"
For how long? Like how long do I got to be on this gig?
Oh, it's going to be quick shoot. We don't have long, so it's hopefully 2 weeks, maybe 2.5.
Okay,
it goes
okay.
beyond that. The prices start going up and up.
True. Well, you have a contract or something that you can send over to me so I can just have a look at it, cross the T's, dot the I's.
Oh, of course. We are on the level. Do you have fax machine?
Do you have email? I'm on that level.
Boss, yes, I can. I can get email address. Yes.
Okay, so she'll give her email is Joe the Garage Gearhead at gmail.com
At
or something like
gmail.com.
that.
Yeah, sure. Now someone watching you going, oh.
Oh God. Joe the Garage Gearhead.
So he takes that down. He says, sure thing. Let me get somebody to scan this for me, and we'll have this sent over to you lickety split electronically.
Okay. When by the way do you want me to start? Like my boss is sort of giving me free clearance for this because he wants me to make
Oh,
it look
yes.
good, so.
Mr. Milliner and I, we go way back.
Okay.
He says, gig is supposed to start the next couple of days. give or take a day. We're still in process of doing some recruiting and hiring.
Okay. Okay. Well, let me look over this and I'll send it back to you as soon as I can. And yeah, but honestly, for all intents and purposes, it sounds like you got yourself a gal.
Oh, good, good, good. Excellent. Okay, little miss, we will be talking to you soon.
Okay. And she'll hang up
Okay.
and open the door, and you just, the guy that was probably in there that's waiting, perhaps, like, it's all yours again. And she'll walk out back to go just find Steven.
Sure. So he's right now just doing some supervising, making sure that a certain Mustang is being repaired up to snuff. You've seen this in here before. You're not too sure whose it belongs to or who it belongs
But I've worked
to.
on it before, I'm sure.
You and many other people have worked on it.
Yeah.
The guy is pretty hard on his vehicle, and he pays top dollar, but is a frequent customer, usually for the wrong reasons, like side swipes, and he's a maniac on the road.
Well, all right. So she's gonna, like, while he's doing that, she's gonna, like, oh, you missed the spot up there, and she decides up to Steven.
Okay,
She's
so
like,
the guy kind of looks around and he's like, "Hey, I didn't miss nothing. That was already there."
made you look.
Eh, freaking. What are you doing with this
So-
chick, anyways, boss?
I'm good at what I do, and I'm good with my hands. And she waggles her eyebrows, like wiggles them.
He's like, "See, she told you. It's exactly why, man." He says, "So you get everything cleared, straightened away."
I did. He's an interesting fella, but he's gonna email me over a contract. It's gonna be for a couple of weeks. He said it's gonna start in a couple of days. He said you guys already talked about it, and I know you're giving me the okay to step away from the garage, in the interim. But yeah, we got it all worked out. So interesting. They're making a movie called Savage Streets.
He says, "Yeah, I heard something about that. They kind of put a call out for some, well, what do they call, secondaries or extras?
Stunt
Yeah.
doubles? Oh,
Yeah,
No,
they
not
put out like a small bulletin online for some extras in the area, and I think my niece went for it or something. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe I'll see you around then. Okay. Well, I mean, stuff's not gonna start for a couple days. You got any jobs for me to do? I see a kind of a list there of some things that need to be done. So got time to lean. I got time to clean, so to speak.
He says, "Yeah, so then just top to it."
So she'll go to the list, and I'm sure there's some sort of, like, fixes and whatnot, or tow jobs. Even she might go out on a tow job or two.
Yeah, that's fine. Sure.
And do that. Mhm.
Okay. Okay, so Davey. So Charles, at this point, your day has been pretty active. As of this point, you're still kind of new to Savannah. You're actually here because of a project.
Oh, nice.
Savage Streets.
Cool.
It is a low budget film. They managed to get some studios to back it for a budget of $2.3 million.
Okay.
But again, it is your first big acting gig, so you are the
Oh,
lead.
wow.
The one thing that you know is they are still looking for a lead actress, and they're still doing some hiring here locally.
Nice. All right. Nice. Well, I guess filming hasn't begun yet,
No,
so
they're
I
also
would.
still doing scouting for that too. But
Oh,
but they've
okay.
already got the permits and everything. They are good to film here in Savannah. They just got to get square away the rest of it with the city, and get the rest of the hiring done, which is all happening like really fast.
Okay.
At the most, they're going to be doing this for about 2.5 weeks.
Wow. Quick turnaround. Okay. Then I guess he's gonna be at home. When he's not either acting or teaching. Like on a studio lot or whatever. He's has his students. He has a couple of students that he teaches online. He instructs online.
Okay.
So he's probably going to be doing that. After that gets done, he'll probably do like research. He's big into HEMA and historical European martial arts. So he's overlooking like old codices and old manuscripts and, things of that nature. So
Sure.
he's probably just finishing up with his class. Online, he says, "All right, guys, good job. See you guys here next week. Things might change."
Why don't you give me, since you are doing some instruction, why don't you give
Ooh.
me charisma and instruction?
Nice. Expression with
Yes.
instruction.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. /MM.
I was like, instruction, huh? That's a very interesting. What kind of sheet is that on?
No, it's
Street Fighter.
Oh,
Eh-heh.
mm, hey, look at that. 3 successes.
What you know from funny. Okay, so again, it's not an outstanding session, but it's solid. Nobody's got any complaints.
Nice.
Right now, you're still getting the rub of B-rate actor and stuntman
Perfect.
doing the like personal training sort of thing. So you don't have a whole lot of people on your list, but you haven't mucked it up, so there's still obviously interest of going out there. If you're trying to keep doing this, obviously Savage Streets, you need to nail it. Like, you need to stick this both feet down. So that's clearly a thing that's going to be weighing in the back of your mind. However, since you're looking for books on weaponry, there are a few shops in town, small
Ooh.
shops that aren't Barnes and Noble, that would potentially have something like that.
Ooh. Let's go.
In particular, you actually found one that is right off of. It's a it's like a fishing pier, but it's got like a cafe. It's got a small bookstore. It's got a restaurant. It's got boat parking. All in the neck of the woods. It's a little ways out of town. It's on Tybee Island.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it's Savannah, but like Savannah adjacent.
All right.
So it would take a little bit of a travel for you, probably not more than maybe 30 minutes. Not terrible.
Yeah, not far. Okay. He would be located in, I think, the historic district. So it
Okay.
it would be a little
So you
ways.
have a slightly pricey home in the historic district. No
Yeah. So after that's done, he's gonna get ready to go outside. Shower, everything. Before he leaves, he's going to reach for his bottle of pain prescription pills,
Okay.
and he's going to see how many he has left.
Tell you what, why don't you roll me 1d10?
1d10. Let's see.
Oh, that means you have less than
Come
10.
on, roll a 1. Come on, roll a 1.
Did you botch? Do you have none
Two.
left?
2. I have 2 left.
So
All
there's that very hollow rattle as you kind of shake it up and look, and just got the 2 rolling around in there.
All right. He will go online to I guess Walgreens or CVS and refill his order and have it ready for pickup later on, and then he'll head out.
Okay.
But he will take his pills with him.
Okay. And you're heading over to this particular location or someplace
Yep.
else?
Tybee Island to
Okay.
the restaurant, bookstore, cafe.
Well, it's kind of like it's got all of them in the same neighborhood.
Okay.
They're separate businesses, but okay.
And they're on the wharf, you said?
Yeah. It's Brittany, can you get the address and drop it in the Facebook chat?
The address of what?
That wharf area, the pier.
Oh, sure.
Don't sound too excited. Thank you.
I'm not sure I have it on hand. I'll have to dig it up.
It should be in the idea group.
It's in one chat or the other.
Okay. Oh, this is a nice ride. You take the 80 all the way out there. Okay.
All right.
Fair
So
enough.
while we're getting to that, then George. So
Yes, sir.
Cage, you have just arrived into town. Again, you are kind of a nomad. So you haven't been in town more than maybe a day.
Right.
You have heard rumor that there were, in the 90s, there had been quite a bit of activity in Atlanta. So how that fares for Savannah, you're unsure.
Mhm.
But it could have been that there were a number of supernaturals that had been displaced, which Savannah would have been probably a prime target, because within the first day that you're here, I mean, you can tell that this place is bustling for tourism.
Lots of ghost tours.
Yes, lots of ghost tours. That's another thing that stands out. Very haunted city.
Aren't they all?
No, they're not.
Oh, right.
Not like this.
Right.
Speaking of which, what do you drive around?
Let's see. I have a point and drive.
If you have a point of drive, you're probably going to want to make it an automatic car.
Okay. Then yeah.
Definitely not a motorcycle.
Okay. Then yeah, something something small, inconspicuous, cheap.
Okay.
Mhm.
Purple neon it is.
Purple.
Oh no.
All right. Yeah.
Purple neon or neon purple?
Purple neon.
Yes.
Yes.
It's got those underlights. Just want to drive around, it like lights up the ground needlessly.
Yeah, on a car that was made in the early 90s. That, yeah.
Priorities.
Yep,
Doesn't
exactly.
have-
Priorities.
What
Doesn't
was
have-
your name, George?
Cade.
Kate. Sorry.
Oh.
I missed it. Thank you.
Look. Yeah, Cade. But yeah, I'll. I guess the first thing I need to do is secure lodging.
Okay.
Or
Ooh.
So are you looking for long term, or are you looking just for nightly right now?
that's a good question. Maybe instead of going straight for lodging, maybe I should start peeling back some rumors, peeling back some layers, seeing how long this might take. So maybe instead of that, I'll head to. Is there perhaps like maybe a historical museum or something that might be something that a place where they might catalog a lot of the information about the ghosts of the savannah, other things like that?
Oh, 100%. Some of that is online. So if you went to like a library, you could probably access that no problem from ghost hunters who walk the area. The other thing you could do is pay a tour guide.
Right, that's true.
They
Yeah.
would probably know the city better, than potentially anything that some random Joe, put up online.
Right, two birds, one stone. See the city, get a tour. All right, I will do that then.
Okay. So then the first location it's going to take you to is the. I got to get that pulled back up. It's the. I almost want to say it's the Pirate Inn. Basically, it's a very famous building in town. That used to house Oh, yeah, I think I've got it pulled up right here. Hang on a second. The Pirate's House. There we go. It's a historic building and restaurant. Basically, it used to be a restaurant that when pirates would come in the air, come through the area way back in the day, it was one of their favorite hangouts. So it got known for being a very rowdy place, and obviously lots of people losing their life for middling reasons. Now, of course, it's been deemed a historic building, and a restaurant operates out of it.
Morbid. Perfect. Is the food good?
Quick searches online does indicate favorable results for the food here.
Right. Well, that's a positive. Yeah, am I the only one on this tour, or is there other people? I assume there's other tourists.
No. There are definitely other tours. If you're looking for one specifically, yeah, you would just have to wait. They usually kick off at night.
Oh yeah, no,
for the effect.
Oh yeah, no, I was asking if there's other tourists. Is this like a private tour, just me one-on-one, or is there other people on the tour as well?
You could pay for that. That would be a little bit more costly, but otherwise, yes, you're waiting for the tour to kick off at this point.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to see how much one-on-one, like how many questions I could ask before it starts getting weird.
Right,
if I'm in a group.
Exactly. Okay. Well, right now you're waiting for everything to come together. I don't know if you've got anything to eat or drink just while you're waiting, but obviously the Pirate House has got several other people in here not attached to the tour that are just they're there because they like the place, they like the ambiance, and the seafood. And it's a real place, so if you Google it and look it up, you can get some good pictures of what the place looks like. But it looks like very much like one of your 19th century taverns that you might find in colonial America. They've done a pretty good job of keeping the interior up to date and keeping with that aesthetic of what the place had looked like, with the exception of obviously some modernization to like the bar and drink dispensers and that sort of thing.
Working toilets.
That is correct.
Yeah, this place looks quite nice. Right. Yeah. Now, I guess while I'm waiting for the tours to go off around nighttime, yeah, may as well. If I had any food on the way, it was probably things I picked up on like while driving. So like gas station fare. So
gotcha.
Yeah.
Gas station sushi.
Maybe not sushi, but
chicken fingers.
Yeah, could go for a proper meal.
Sure, that'll work. Okay. So again, as you're waiting and getting something to nibble on while you're here, the sun is of course starting to set for you at this point. The tour guide shows up. His name is Hank. Kind of a scrawny guy, bit on the tall side, like almost 6 foot. He's got he has a Metallica Ride the Lightning t-shirt on. He's got some ripped up denim jeans and some combat boots. He's got he has one of those backpacks that only has the one strap that kind of comes around the back, so it's like kind of like a half pack, I guess.
Isn't it like a fanny pack?
It's like a fanny pack, but it goes around your shoulder.
Right.
So he's got one of those on at this point, and he's starting to motion people in, calling to people who are here for the tour. It's a walking tour scheduled by the city, or scheduled to the city. And kind of gives some introductions, like, who he is, what he's here to do, kind of show you, as far as a tour guide, like, some of the places around the Pirate's House. Obviously, he's going to talk about that as well, and certain locations around town that have been, hot spots. he does mention that if anybody has brought specific recording information designed to track ghosts, there will be opportunities for them to while they stop during the tour, that they'll be able to scan and see if they pick up anything, EMF readers and whatnot.
There's so many memories because I actually know people who do this, like, and they go to Savannah to do this. So I'm just like, I'm getting a tickle.
Okay.
Yeah.
I almost did one when I lived in, or when I visited Savannah. And then I decided I didn't want to know.
Yeah. Did you bring your EMF reader and stuff?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Just your proton pack.
The important stuff.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I think I think Kate is gonna just kind of go along with it, be
Sure.
as involved as what is acceptable, but ask questions where he thinks it might be necessary, but tries not to weird anybody out.
Sure. So why don't you go ahead and give me?
Uh-oh.
Do you not want to roll? I mean,
No, I'll roll. It's just
you don't have to.
no. It's just historically.
So why don't you give me intelligence and occult?
Okay.
Difficulty 6.
Intelligence and occult. Okay. Four successes.
Nice. We've got Abby dancing around on the screen there. It's like, whoa.
There's a ghost.
She's muted. Probably intentionally.
My computer's really hot. Sorry.
Oh.
Trying to cool it
Oh,
down.
wow. Just tell it to simmer down then. It must have been George in his accent.
How many abs does your computer have?
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
All right, so George, as Kate is walking through their tour, it's nice in the sense that the guy seems to have his finger on the pulse of the town, at least pointing out some of the historic buildings. But you've been doing this long enough to know that a lot of what he's saying is just playing to the crowd, and is scientific hokum. You've seen the real thing at times. You've seen some real instances that that can't be explained away, that were legitimate, like ghost sightings and whatnot. And this really isn't one of them. It's nice for a distraction, but not really worth it for you.
It's cute.
Yeah, it's cute. It's quaint.
Yeah.
And it's definitely geared for tourists.
It's also worth it to be able to get out of a car for a couple hours and walk around, get some exercise, have a laugh, and move on.
That is correct. Oops. But the tour takes you around the block. Everybody, of course, is walking. It lasts about an hour and a half, taking you in that vicinity. He throws in a couple of tidbits of where you can find some of the famous places that have been immortalized in film, like Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. That picture in that park, where to go for that. And so, I mean, he's definitely a mid-range tour guide, but for his occult knowledge, it's bupkis.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing his best, but I guess the look of it didn't really seem like it fit. Even as I was the Metallica T-shirt. Yeah, I get the heavy metal music with death, but come on, man, at least look the part.
Good point. So, but that's what you're doing as of this point, kind of kibitzing and taking the tour.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Get my steps in.
There you go. That is important for somebody as old as you.
50.
Diabetes.
Diabetes. They're coming for my feet.
Yeah. Okay. So back to Sly. So backing up a little bit, obviously in the time span. So nobody is quite here just yet. The sun is starting to crest, so it's probably going to get a lot busier in this particular neck of the woods here soon.
Okay.
Back here, and as he takes a seat, and the waiter ends up bringing the coffee. Oh, you know what? Hold on one second. I did not. I thought I copied something down, and I did not. That is not it. Well, dang it. Okay. I'll have to look that up later. My apologies. I'm kind of all over the place with some of my notes, and I thought I copied it down. I did not. So, at any rate, so as you were conversing, he ends up asking. He says, "So." He has kind of he has a rugged look about him, like he has worked most of his life, probably manual labor. So he is a bit big, but not in the bodybuilding sort of way.
Okay.
Short hair, short kind of black hair. And he says, so how long exactly have you been back?
Well, if you're talking back in Savannah, I mean, just a couple of days. But you know what? I'm just gonna come right out with it. I am having the hardest time remembering names and faces recently. The past 9 months have been kind of strange, to say the least. Where do we know each other from?
Oh, I see. So this is a bit more extensive than I had thought. He says, so how long have you... Oh, thank you very much for the raid. We just got raided by Folk and Myth for 23 people. Thank you very, very much. So he looks and he says, so how long exactly have you been back?
So, when he says that, I want to see if I can sense if he is supernatural, using supernatural awareness.
Go ahead.
Okay. Let's see here.
And thank you for the follows, guys. Yay.
Page 171. Okay, that means I roll. Where did that go? Supernatural awareness. Okay, here we go. Perception plus awareness. Okay. Failure. Shoot. Okay.
Actually, just as you said that,
I just gave you a
Rachel
reroll.
just gave you a reroll.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Woohoo! Nice. Okay, here we go.
I felt bad with your first roll of the night being a bot.
Here we go, using it. 2 successes. All right.
Okay, and let's take a look. Oh, scroll right down to it. Do, 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 do. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay, so it was the next page. I'm checking to see if it gives you, if it's like, it just gives you like energies and
Yeah, so
if
I'm
there's something like the vibe, kind of like the Force.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, is there something about him or this area or whatever?
Yes. So you got how many successes?
2.
So there's definitely something emanating from him.
Okay. Like,
Directly from him. So he's so based on his questioning, he's asking more from in the know, it would seem.
yeah.
As to what, you're not sure, but
Well, friend, you've got me at a disadvantage. But if you must know, I've been here in the area for about 9 months now. Just cruising around. Not from Savannah, but this place seemed familiar for some reason. Wouldn't happen to know why, would you?
that I don't. I apologize. He says, you may refer to me as Lawrence.
Pleasure, Lawrence. So, what brings you to Savannah, Georgia?
He says you.
I just got here. Good job finding me, I suppose. What makes me so special? I mean, I know I'm special, but you tell me why.
He says it doesn't appear that you've changed much, brother.
That's what I thought.
A
You've
shame
got to
that-
tell me.
A shame that you lack some of your higher memory. I'm certain it will come back in time.
I was hoping it would. It's amazing, but at the same time, so limiting. It's gonna take a while to get used to.
It does. Although, admittedly, I'm unsurprised. I'm unsurprised that you have fallen in with a first responder.
Well, I couldn't help it. It just resonated. You know, I'm sure you felt something similar.
I'm certain we all do to some extent. I just briefly reveled in the fact that it was fitting.
Same here. Well, pleasantries aside, am I being tasked for something? Did somebody send you, or you were just happy to see me?
In a manner of speaking, I have been sent here. You might say by a higher power.
Interesting. Do tell.
He pulls out from because he had basically he had like saddlebags that he brought with him that would normally just drape over the back end of his vehicle. So he brought them with. It's not something you can really just like lock up per se, at least not on his setup.
Okay.
And he set them down off the side, and he pulls out what appears to be actually, I've got the picture for it here too. It is a chalice.
Huh.
Specifically what appears to be a communion chalice. It has about silver gilded with the slain lamb and saints kind of decor around it. The chalice itself is made of 925 silver with two-tone galvanized finish with silver and 24-karat gold.
Wow. And this is an actual thing he has, or he's got a picture of this thing?
No, he's got it with him.
He's got the whole thing. Okay.
It has like a cloth that you can keep over it, just like
Okay.
a simple rag.
Okay.
But that's all. Like that's really the only thing that's kind of keeping it from, being seen. The picture has been posted in the Facebook chat.
Okay. Oh shoot. Okay. So he's
He
taking a
said,
look at that. Yeah.
he
like,
says, I have been specifically tasked to give this to you.
to me. Why? What's for? What? I still don't remember. I'm sorry.
He says, it was given to me upon as a vision that I should give this to you. What you do with that is entirely up to you. I do not know beyond that. There's a number of things that you could do with this. He says I am under the assumption that since you are back and have been on the move, you're probably close to destitution. So if you were so inclined, you could obviously sell this and make some quick cash, as certain mortals might be prone to do. He says you could always take this item to your superiors. He says, I'm certain that should you find them, they would no doubt give you a pat on the back and perhaps some sort of elevated station. He says you could also protect the item and see what the future happens to hold for you. He says, or you could keep the item and attempt to harness the power for your own desire.
You know, I was never big into those choose your own adventure books as a kid. Just saying, this
We never had those books, brother.
right. Right. Ugh. Strange. It's the same sometimes.
But I understand your meaning.
Well, gosh. You know what? Maybe I can find a coffee table to put it on or something if I find a nice spot for it. But sure, it doesn't seem to have anything special about it. I didn't feel anything. Did you feel anything special when you had it?
He said, he says, perhaps you haven't adjusted to this new life as quickly as you had hoped, as evidence of your somewhat split personality and memories. It fades for all of us in time. I'm certain that you will regain more of yourself soon. But he says, within the item slumbers Pithanagal.
Does Sly recognize that name?
You could certainly give it a roll.
Okay.
I will allow you to make it a intelligence and awareness check, and you can add your legacy to it.
Nice. Okay. Okay. I get to roll more than
Can
3
you
dice.
also spell that for me, Jerome?
Absolutely.
And that's difficulty 6?
Thank you.
Is he related to Pythagoras?
Yes.
A squared plus
And-
B
and
squared equals
pi.
B squared.
Yeah, 1 second. I'm going to put this in the Facebook chat for you.
Thank you.
Oh boy.
That is not what I wrote down.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. Oop, shoot. So is it a difficulty 6?
Difficulty 7.
7. Okay. Do. Ugh! Failure again. Okay.
I got no more points. I spent them all on you.
That's fine. That's fine.
Failure.
So he's like, you know, you must have been here for a while now. I can't even place that name. It's too.
It's safe to say that he came before us. He is earthbound for a reason.
I have. He is in this right now.
Correct. Which is why I indicated if you so chose, you could always find one of your higher ups in the Luciferian group that you find yourself in. I'm sure they would give you a pat on the back. I make no allusions to understand why exactly Lucifer would desire such individuals outside of turning them against our Creator. But even he must understand that many of these are bestial at best.
I can imagine. Anything not attached to one of these is bound to still be filled with torment. Uh, well, all right. He hasn't been doing anything, has he? You're not one of his minions, are you? Not like you tell me.
No, I am not.
Well,
Again, I do not fully understand why I'm to give this to you, only that I am.
for all you know, he's the one who gave you the vision. What if you're dooming me?
That is a good point. But I can assure you that that does not appear to be the case. He still slumbers.
Impressive. Well, I'll see what I can do. If I unleash a terrible horror on the world, I apologize in advance, but I'll do what I can. Huh. Well, great vision. I hope to get some visions like what you get. That way I know what's going on and what I've missed. Boy, oh boy. You know,
Perhaps you will, and perhaps this is your way of doing so.
hopefully. Maybe that's why this is familiar. I don't know why I wanted to go to Savannah. I was going to pass it by, but drove here, been here for a couple of days, and then I come upon you. Maybe it's just Lucifer's intent.
He says, I would also add that there is movement within the city, as far as I am aware. There are a great number of other supernaturals who call this place home, some of which would not take kindly to the revelation of what we are.
Right. Yeah, I've noticed we've gotten quite a bad rap. No surprise. Well,
It's with understanding why we have such a bad rap, as you would put it. We did
Sure.
go against the Creator.
well, for good reason, don't you think? Look at the world as it is now. Doesn't even seem like he's here. Like he's abandoned everything.
He hasn't abandoned anything, brother. He's provided everybody with choice.
Well, I'll agree to disagree for now. Maybe I just haven't felt it like you have, but boy, oh boy, when
I
I
completely
see...
understand. You are still new to this reality. But let me just add that I have seen wickedness and righteousness in almost every facet of this world. Even from unsurprising sources such as Cain's cursed brew.
Oh. Yeah, that makes sense that they're still around. Ugh. What else is around? If you don't mind, do you know?
I don't know many specifics about Savannah. I do not reside here specifically. But I did ask around. There does seem to be a large contingent of Cainites here within the city. There are will workers here, from what I understand. I don't, again, have specifics. But it seems that whatever took place in Atlanta shook things up regionally.
Atlanta. What was happening there?
The Cainites were at war. They used the cover of a riot and laid siege to many of their enemies.
Hmm.
And then, of course, as he motions around, he says, you don't have to be here you don't have to be more than a handful of days in the city, and note that how haunted it is.
Interesting.
The veil between here and elsewhere is very thin at certain points.
I was seeing the tourism. I was going to actually check that out for myself to see if it was just a ruse, but it's true then. It's
I believe that there are elements of truth here, yes.
fantastic. Then I made the right turn. Glad I didn't end up in Albuquerque.
A Bugs Bunny reference. I caught that.
Good, good. Well, what else is there to do in town then? I mean, it seems like you. Oh no, that's right. You just got here. Just for little old me. Just for this. No, that does make sense actually. Well, all right then.
I go where I'm needed as I am needed.
Good on you. Well, brother, I suppose I should find where to put this. Rather dangerous in the wrong hands, I would think. So,
Yes. Good point. Do you have a permanent residency here?
not yet. No, I have been low on funds. I've been trying to look for a place to work, but haven't found much success yet. Only been here a couple of days, though. Sure, I'll find something.
Oh, interesting. He says, how are you at baking?
Baking. I keep it first time for anything. You just follow a cookbook or recipe book, right? Wow, you actually know a place that's hiring?
I do.
Why not? Maybe I could be the manager.
Perhaps.
All
He
of us
says,
laughing in the background.
This is the greatest anime this season. My demon can't possibly bake delicious croissants.
Or chocolate chip cookies, or, muffins.
Devil's food cake.
Devil's fruitcake, exactly.
It's the ripoff of Delicious in Dungeon vampire version.
Dungeons and Delicious. I love it.
I think there is an anime called The Devil is a Part-Timer.
Oh, no way.
So he says, now keep in mind, I do not know the individuals there, but I am aware that there is somebody worthy looking for a part-time position that might be perhaps an in for you. After all, as you said, it couldn't be too difficult to learn how to bake.
Well, by all means, you've been a help so far. If you know this place and who I should talk to, I'll give it a look-see.
Okay, so he he takes a napkin real quick and jots down the address.
Okay. All right.
And he says, the picture you took, you weren't attempting to reap all of those individuals, were you?
Reap.
Well, maybe. Why? Did you have them in mind? I won't step on any toes if that
No,
was the problem.
of course not. But the Canaanites here are particular. They value their stealth and their capability to hide. They call it a masquerade.
Are they playing as the LARPers? Is that what you're telling me?
That I don't know. But I know that our reaping often brings some unwanted attention when not conducted to the best of our abilities.
Noted.
So you may wish to be cautious.
Right. with so many of supernatural around, it makes sense. All right, I'll keep my eye out. Thank you for that.
Of course.
Well,
With that,
what?
I will be going. But then he writes down on the napkin, should you need me for any reason, I am residing in Toledo, but I could find my way back here should you need me.
Lawrence, it's been a pleasure. I hope I figure out what to do with this cup. And I hope you have a safe journey back to Toledo, my friend.
He says, I wish you nothing but the best, despite our political differences. We may not see eye to eye to that, but I bear you no ill will. I am certain that whatever choice that you end up making pertaining this item, it's all in his plan. That may not be what you wish to hear, but he did guide me to you.
Well, we shall see, I suppose. It's he works in just such mysterious ways, I'm told.
That is the common phrase, yes.
If I needed to speak with you directly, you wouldn't be willing to tell me your name, would you?
He says, I don't see that as being a problem. I already know yours.
Fair enough.
He says, in our other life, you referred to me as Camille.
Camille. Huh. Excellent. Well, Lawrence, again, always a pleasure.
So he holds out his hand.
Yeah, goes ahead and shakes his hand too.
Gives you a firm shake. He says, best of luck with you.
Likewise. He goes ahead and gets up and puts down whatever little bit of cash for a tip for the waitress, and then wraps up the thing, making sure it's covered. Holds that because it doesn't have like a knapsack or a duffel bag or anything like that with him,
Right.
but he's holding that. And
there are shops here. You could get a plastic bag to go around it as well, so it doesn't, super stand out.
There we go. He'll actually go up and like does this place have like a to-go bag or to-go plastic bags or anything? He'll go and get one of those and put it in that. Boop, boop, boop. Then he takes off and he heads for the address on the napkin.
Okay. Speaking of which, as you are, doing your things, making your transactions and whatnot, as you reach into your pocket, you feel something papery.
Oh, did he manage to do that? And he takes it out and
it's two $100 bills.
Huh. And he looks to see if Camille is still around or is
no, he's already gone.
Okay. Not bad, brother. Not bad. Goes ahead and puts that in his wallet, and he heads out and then makes his way to the address for the baking job.
Okay. Alrighty, so back over to our ladies of the pier. So Petra, at this point, you have closed up shop. You've checked on the restaurant. It's 5:30 at this point. Like, it's close to closing time for Charlotte's little book nook. And
I will come up with a name for that.
Yeah, sure. You could even close early at this point. There's no one here right now. If you wanted to, it's not really a big deal. Oh, Brittany dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah. Abby's been kind of fading in and out occasionally, so I'm not surprised if somebody missed her.
I know, it's been really bad tonight.
I don't know why.
I don't even have the stuff up I normally do. Yeah.
Well, we'll get it figured out.
In the meantime,
Might just be a bad
another
connection
couple hours
tonight.
later,
And there's Brittany. Brittany's back. Can you see her,
I'm
Brittany?
towing cars.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry. She usually just pops back up, and then she didn't. So, and then you guys were referring to something, and I didn't know what it was. So it was
Okay.
Abby.
So,
It was Ghost Abby.
but yeah, so Abby at this point. Oh, thank you for the follow, Lasombra Dark.
Ooh.
As I was saying, Petra, Charlotte is like 30 minutes away from closing at this point. There's nothing really going on right now.
Okay. If I'm not at the shop, I would be just at home.
Sure. Okay.
Probably exercising or making dinner.
Okay. And given the time frame, you're probably starting on dinner early at this point to getting that set up because you like to cook.
Yeah.
So Sly, is you get dropped off because you didn't have your car with you. Obviously, you ended up taking an Uber over.
Sure.
You can see that the little cafe is closed. And like at this point, you can see that there's a little bookstore right next to it. It's an esoteric bookstore, so it has like all those kind of like new age sort of, healing arts books and sort
They
of
got
things.
the crystals and the gems and all that stuff.
Yeah. And you can see
The herbal remedies, all
Right.
of it.
Yep.
Incense everywhere. Yeah.
Yep. Looks like it belongs to Sedona. Totally.
Yeah.
So you see somebody actually locking up and stepping out of that particular storefront. The area here, if you see the address for the that got dropped in the Facebook chat,
Yeah.
that is where you're at.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
it's Tybee Island Marina. It has a restaurant that sits right off the river. It has several small piers that small to mid-range boats can dock and stay there for storage for a bit. In the property itself, there's like 3 rows that go, I think, about 3 up to 3 high, where regular motorboats and rowboats can be stored. So it has kind of a like a private it's a private dock sort of feel where people if they don't have their own property to store a boat, they can drop it off here and keep it there for a bit.
Gotcha. Cool. Okay. Let's see. Does the bakery, what is it called again?
It does not have a name.
Okay.
Just call it the
no
cafe.
name. Oh, the
It's just
cafe. Does it show what the hours of operation are? Like, did I come when it
Yes.
was?
Yeah,
Okay.
it would.
Yep. So their hours of operation are like 7 in the morning to 1, I think you said, in the afternoon.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe
Gotcha.
2.
Maybe 2 in the afternoon. That makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, so they do not do evenings or dinners. They do everything.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. The person who is exiting the bookstore right at that moment, does it look like the bookstore is closing, or she was just like a customer leaving the bookstore?
Yeah, it's closing up. And Charlotte, why don't you describe your character?
Okay, so she is of like really tan, of like Middle Eastern descent, and she is blonde and has like amber brown eyes. She's pretty tall for a girl, like 5'9", and very slender but athletic build. And she looks to be about 26 to 30 in age.
Okay.
And her hair is in an updo and a headband that's pretty like gemmy and
Embellished.
bohemian looking.
Okay. So then you see this guy. He is now I'm gonna describe my guy. Oh boy. Let's see here. Yeah, so my guy looks to be like early 30s. He's got black short hair, blue eyes, 6'2", 200 pounds, but because he is like stocky, like he was clearly doing some sort of like work, more like blue collar work than anything. But he's dressed nice. He's clean shaven. Wears a nice mix of like casual and dress clothes. Like what I got here. Normally I would wear a blazer too, but it's hot in my house right now.
Hot.
Yeah. And he's Caucasian, male. And he turns to me and he's like, "Oh, gosh, everything in the area is closing. I came here at the exact wrong time, but it's still the middle of the day. It's not fair."
Yeah, we're closing up early today.
Oh,
Lunch was busy though.
any reason? Is that something you Savannaites do here typically, or what?
Just a early night, middle of the week, or whatever day it is. Is it Friday?
Yeah, we'll say it's Friday. It's
Okay.
Friday.
This isn't really like the place the kids are at, on a Friday night.
Oh, you mean in an esoteric bookstore right next to a cafe that looks like the name of it fell off? Dang. Gosh, this isn't a popular hang. No, yeah, you're right. I can't make that work. It's clearly not a hangout place. But by the way, Sylvester, your name? And he walks over to shake your hand.
Charlotte, nice to meet you.
Pleasure. I like the getup you've got going on. I don't see very many people go like almost Egyptian. You got that kind of feel going on.
I may be from there.
You don't know if you're from Egypt? Wow, you've made a weird mistake or turn if you didn't know, because you're in a different country, my friend. Just letting you know.
I know. I am speaking English.
True. That's true. It might be one of those esoteric things. You own this place then? I take it you're the one.
I
closed
do.
up?
I am the owner. Yes.
Oh, excellent.
And what do you do for a living?
Right now, my job is trying to find a job in Savannah, Georgia. That's kind of why I was looking at the bakery, but they don't feel like working a full day, apparently. Neither do you, but, baking, looking at new age books, and smelling incense all day, I might be more inclined to be hired by you, if you're smart enough to hire me, that is.
Oh, well, do you have a resume?
Everyone likes to have that piece of paper, but what's in a piece of paper that you can't get from the person standing right before you? I mean, look what you got.
Previous job experience, old employer numbers, physical evidence that you're not just going to walk out on me. Yeah.
Dale, why don't you roll your charisma and empathy, or charisma and expression?
Okay.
Like how Dale's the heavy roller tonight.
Yeah. Stop it. My
Yeah, he keeps botching
3
and
and
failing.
4.
I mean, it's kind of sad.
Okay, here we go. Difficulty 6, I'm assuming.
Difficulty 6, yes.
Okay. Oh, 3 successes.
Okay.
Woo.
So, for what it's worth, he sounds kind of convincing.
Yeah. Okay. Be here tomorrow at shop opening. We'll give you a try.
Fantastic. You see? I knew you could do it. And he actually literally like goes ahead and does one of these things against your shoulder, like, tapping you there like, well done. So yeah, I'll be here bright and early. And he looks at the hours on the store front door. What would opening time be?
Probably 9 a.m.
Okay, there you go.
Okay. 9 a.m. Oh God, good. You come here a little later than 8. Thank you. So nice. We appreciate that. Although I do tend to be a morning person, but I suppose that's okay.
Store opens at 9. I need you here at 8.
I like it. I like it. Get here before everyone else does. Good, good.
Mhm.
Before the morning rush at esoteric. Yeah. Okay. I'll see. You'll be here at 8, or am I meeting somebody else here?
I'll probably be here at 8.
All right. Don't be late now.
We'll see.
All right. Got my eye on you. And he turns around and he
This
starts
isn't
walking down
my
the street.
only business.
No.
My name is Sylvester, a human book tender.
Regular human book tender.
Book tender. You better put that on your name tags.
Regular human book tender.
Awesome. Then he turns and he starts walking down the street.
Okay.
She just kind of gives like a little goodbye and then gets in her car to probably pick up some food somewhere and then go get Petra.
So come back because Petra is like. a couple
Oh,
doors
that's
over.
right. Petra's right there.
Yeah.
Mm.
Also, the
She
restaurant is open,
That's true.
and
She
that's
probably
also
goes-
just down the street.
She probably goes to the restaurant then, eats, and then goes to get Petra.
Sure. Do all that right there. Okay. So, Charles.
Yes.
Okay. So, at this point, you end up getting a call.
Sure. I will answer it.
Okay.
Charles, what's going on?
And he says, Charles, it is Mikhail, your producer.
How you doing, Mikhail? What's going on?
I am doing good. Listen, we are still in the process of hiring, but we are going to need your input. We're likely going to be meeting, and you hear like this rummaging of like paperwork and whatnot. A lady by the name of Joe.
Joe, okay.
And she's going to be a technical assistant. I think you should come along. 2 eyes or 4 eyes are better than 2.
Okay.
Besides, you do all the stunt things and whatnot as well. It might be a good idea if you get to know the person since she do technical things. Like explosions, big boom.
Okay. Yeah, I'll when are you meeting her?
I have to set up the time. I needed to scan the paperwork and they don't accept the fax.
Yeah, fax is pretty outdated there, Mikhail.
Yes, well,
but,
tell that to my bank. They fax the documents over.
All right. All right. Yeah, let me know when you are having the meeting. I'll be there.
Okay, it's good.
Uh,
Are you
Have a-
keeping spry? You didn't like pull Hemi or nothing?
no, I'm good. I'm doing all right. Why?
Because you are the star. If you go down, we have no production, and we owe 2.3 million for nothing.
Oh, yeah. No. I'm fine. I'm fine. Don't worry. I'll be there.
Okay,
You're gonna have a hit on your hand.
that is the hope. We have very limited budget for to make the advertisement. So we need every ounce we can get.
Understood, Mikhail. We're gonna make this work. Thank you for the opportunity.
Well, it's your opportunity. I'm only producer. I got hired on because you a star. So I am thanking you.
Very well. All right. And I'm thanking you.
We have lots of thanks to go around, and good night to you.
Have a good evening, Mikhail.
Okay, so
Hey,
he hangs up.
Not awkward at all.
And Charles,
Yes.
what are you up to at this point?
Now he is pulling up to the bookstore.
Okay, so you pull up to the bookstore at this point.
The closed bookstore.
Yeah, at this point, like you end up seeing like it's already got the closed sign, showing.
Oh.
See, 30 minutes. That's when everybody comes. That's
Yeah.
always retail. We all know that.
Every time.
Yep.
Every freaking time.
He probably drove by a well-dressed guy just walking down the street by himself,
That's true.
carrying a plastic bag that has something in it. He's just walking down the street.
That is true.
He'll take notice of the gentleman walking down the street, but he'll think nothing of it.
Okay.
Like, yeah, just another tourist, perhaps. He will, I guess, get out of the car, go up to the door, peep through the window.
Do the
See.
is it really closed?
Yeah, is it really
Yeah.
closed? Yeah, is it really closed? It's really closed. He'll get back inside.
Okay.
And,
So at this point, Petra, you've already made dinner for Micah and Courtney, who of course pitched in, and Charlotte at this point is circling back around to pick you up. So as you step outside your house, you see somebody doing the thing on the bookstore next door.
Creepy.
Just some random dude
Yeah.
that looks like
Charles,
baby.
why don't you explain what you look like?
Sure. Charles is a 6 foot tall, I would say athletic build, very fit and trim, very good looking 28-year-old man, black hair, dark brown eyes. He's wearing, I guess you would say business casual, like a long sleeve dress shirt, slacks, shoes, nothing out of the ordinary. He is driving I want to say a Jaguar. So you see a Jaguar, yeah. In the
Jaguar.
in the parking lot there, and yeah, he's kind of like looking in, checking the time, checking his watch. Like, this should be open. Why is it closed?
Yeah, it's like there's still like 5 minutes left, but technically it should still be open.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not like so it's not super weird that he's there.
No.
No.
Okay.
I
'Cause
mean,
she
he
closed up
does
a
have
little
a
early.
rich-looking vehicle. That does stand out. But beyond that, no.
So I will look up and down the street to see if I see Charlotte's car.
You do. It's actually still in the same
Yep.
spot. She just walked over to the restaurant.
Oh, I see. Right, that makes sense. But I don't see her anywhere,
Correct.
and the lights are all off at the shop.
Uh-huh. And that little closed neon sign is lit.
Okay. So I will walk up toward the window, and I'll say, "Looks like she closed up a little early tonight.
Oh man.
Did you need something urgently?"
No, I heard about this place and I wanted to check it out. Hopefully they have something I'm looking for. My name's Charles. What's your name?
Petra.
Petra. Lovely to meet you, Petra.
Thanks. Nice to meet you as well.
I'm Charles. Did do you know the owner of the of this
Bookstore?
place? Yeah, the bookstore.
I do. Or do you?
No, I don't. Just
What is it that you're looking for?
well, I'm mainly into historical martial arts. So I was looking either into manuscripts, anything from Middle Ages, Dark Ages, things of that nature.
Interesting. Are you a researcher or practitioner or
A little bit of
hobbyist?
both. A little bit of both. I'm an actor by trade, but I do a lot of research. I'm studying a old martial art called Destreza. It was a Spanish sword fighting style back in the medieval, dark, well, 1700s, around that time.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Jerome, does that ring a bell for me?
Why don't you give me intelligence and
Melee?
sure. Checking for the history of weapons.
3
Johnny,
successes.
what was the name of that Spanish martial
Oh,
art?
hold on. Let me put it in the thing.
Distress
Thank
7.
you.
Distress. Yeah. There you go.
Okay. Thank you.
That's 3 successes.
Okay. Obviously, you've never practiced it, but you are being who you are and your own knowledge of weaponry. You're familiar with it in a peripheral sense. You know, much like somebody who was a fan of maybe martial arts in general would know that, you know, the difference of, oh, okay, well, there's karate and then there's kung fu.
Okay. Distressa, I think I've heard of that, but I've never tried it myself.
It's a fencing art. So if you're familiar with either fencing, either the French style or the Italian style,
I have fenced before.
then it's very familiar. Pointy.
Are
Yeah.
you local?
I'm here for a film. We are filming here. Yeah, we're going to be filming here for a couple weeks. But I really like Savannah, so I think I'm going to stick around.
It's always nice to hear.
Yeah.
You know what? I would love to chat with you about this some more. Maybe
Sure.
see what you do.
Do you want to get dinner? And he'll like point to the restaurant.
Well, I have just eaten and I have an engagement shortly. Do you have plans tomorrow? Maybe
No.
after lunch?
Sure. After lunch will be fine.
I actually work at the cafe here.
Oh,
So if you would like to come in, we can. That would be an easy way for us to meet up.
sure. Okay, so after lunch tomorrow works great for me.
Lovely. I'm very interested to hear what you hear more about your interest in this.
Oh, I'm doing some experimental stuff as well. I'm doing an unarmed complement to the sword fighting. So it's I'm pulling from a lot of different sources, hence the research.
Is there a place where you work?
We
Like
are
a
filming
local
at
gym, maybe?
no. If I practice at home.
Hmm.
We are filming at and he'll like give the name of the studio that they're going to be filming at. So I'll probably either be there or home. So
Okay. Well, we can touch base more tomorrow.
sure.
Really nice to meet you,
Nice to
Charles.
meet you, Petra.
Oh, and I should say, by way of description, Petra is about 22, 5'6", athletic build, but kind of in a subtle way. And she is wearing a blue knee-length sundress with a loose white cardigan, and she has brown hair and blue eyes and white Keds.
Nice.
Tennis shoes.
Well,
Caucasian. All right. Well. Yeah. Enjoy your night.
yeah, same to you. And if you could pass along a message to the bookstore owner,
That you're looking for a book.
yeah, I'd appreciate it.
I will do that.
Take care. And yeah, he'll turn around and head to his car.
Okay, so at this point is evening time. Joe, at this point you have just been sent out on a recovery. So basically it's a repo. So you have just like picked up the vehicle and come back with it.
Mm-hmm.
And you end up getting a text.
I will, after I, drop off everything, check it in and, let the company know, not the company, but the company who took the tow,
Mm-hmm.
that we got it. And I'll look at the phone and be like, who this?
So the text message is coming from Johan.
Do I know who that is?
You do, yes.
Who is
Johan
it?
was the city's only caitiff until you showed up.
Oh, Johan. Oh, him. Okay. Sorry, I didn't recognize. I have the name written down, but I didn't know it was pronounced like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so what does it say?
So it says, need you to meet me at need you to meet me at the pirate's house. Unidentified stranger in the city.
And she'll
Come
text
strapped.
back. Okay, will do. See you then, sugar.
So he sends back an emoji of a thumbs up.
So then I'll let Steven know. Hey, I gotta run an errand real quick. I'll be back. And
so he's like, hey, "What? You're gonna leave me hanging? Whatever. Just
hang in. Are you kidding me? I just did this job for you. I'm gonna go look around apartment complexes and stuff and see, where people are parking in handicap spots.
yeah. You know, it'll probably work a little bit later anyway. So yeah, don't sweat it.
No, I'll be back. Don't worry. I always am.
Keep your nose clean.
She just does this like, yeah. What the hell?
I didn't say snowman clean.
Yeah.
Just
So I know.
Just watch the Camarilla vibes. You don't go rocking no boats.
Yeah. I always try to keep a low profile. That's why I work for you. You're amazing.
Well, of course. It's the
All
independent
right, I'll be
gig.
back.
All right, so then he shouts at somebody to, get the car that you brought in, like, put back in the lot someplace. And then Charlotte and Petra, you also get a text. This one's from Johan.
Remind me. I was writing down other notes.
He's the caitiff in the city.
Johan is a part. You met Johan with
yeah, I remember him, but what is he to Rachel?
Nothing.
Okay.
Just a contact.
Okay.
As far as you know.
Fair enough.
Mysterious contact. And the text basically says something similar. Unidentified in the city. Meet at Pirate House.
Okay.
Which you guys would know. Not that you've patrolled much in that area, but it is like that is the just about the most northern tip of the area you guys have been told to keep an eye on.
Okay. I will text back on my way, and then I will text Charlotte to just verify that she got the same text.
Charlotte confirms and says she'll head to her car immediately.
So I will meet up with Charlotte.
Okay.
Which I decided is a Grand Jeep Cherokee and it's white.
Okay.
What's its name?
I'm sorry. What was the name of the place we're meeting at again? I just
The
wanted to note
Pirate's
down
House.
The Pirate's House.
Oh, my brain was like the Pirate Bay. Wait,
Yeah, that's so
that's
cool
something
too.
else. That's
Yeah,
something else.
They shut that down.
Oh,
Yes.
I don't know. I haven't been there in years.
No more dead torrents from the Pirate
Can-
Bay.
Cannot confirm or deny whether I have heard of that website before.
So, so Cade, at this point, you have finished up the tour. If nothing else, it was mildly entertaining.
Yeah. I got my exercise for the day. Yeah, now what do? I guess I need to find a place to sleep. Well, it's a tourist town. There should be plenty of places for me to get a rest, right? Okay. Yeah, I'll see you when we head back to the. Because I'm assuming it ends back at the pirate house.
Yes. Yeah, basically, it was a loop.
Okay. Yeah, I'll well when we get back to the pirate house, I'll just inquire. Sometimes these places have like, oh, stay at this place. They might have a bulletin board. They might have a list of historic hotels that I could also take a look at.
Yep, 100%. So, you're just asking like the bartender who's there. They point out that you are within a stone's throw of Homewood Suites by Hilton, the Marriott Savannah Riverfront, and it's okay. Oh, pardon me. That wasn't what I thought it was. The logo looked the same. So yeah, you're within a stone's throw of two places that are hotels. They're actually walking distance.
Okay. Hey.
Or actually, did I say 2 or 3? 2.
Yeah, Homewood Suites and the Marriott Riverfront
Yes.
is what I've got written down.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Well, that's good to know. I won't have to go far. I don't know how tired I am from all the driving and then walking, but yeah, yeah. I'll poke around for a little bit longer. It might be good to secure a place first. Can I look up do I have a phone?
Yes, you do.
Okay, excellent. Can I look up the prices and see if they have any vacancies online? I'll just kind of pick up a spot at the bar. Just start looking.
Also, why don't you give me a wits and alertness check?
Okay. Is this related to anything that I might have an ability for?
No.
No. Okay.
This is for advertisements.
Oh, okay.
Unless you have a merit that says, radar detection for advertisements.
It's called the. I couldn't think of one of
Spam
those
catcher.
it's one of those apps that like finds coupons. Okay, so you said intelligence, or no, perception, and what was it one? I'm sorry.
Wits and alertness, difficulty 6.
Oh. Okay, wits and alertness. Okay. 3 successes.
Not bad. So, you also find towards the front of this place, since it's a touristy location, they have one of those small little racks where you can pick up little pamphlets.
Oh, right. Yeah,
and which, of course, you also confirmed the other two the big hotels that were just around the corner. In the little slot is also a little advert for Cottonwood Heights. It's an Airbnb. on a plantation.
Oh, interesting.
Or as trolls would say, nicey nice.
All right, an Airbnb. Yeah, that might be also worth investing in. Yeah, I will grab a pamphlet for each of the hotels. I'll grab a pamphlet as well for the uh, Cottonwood Heights, and I will start checking what the rates are. And I think for the moment, maybe just a couple of days stay if I can afford it, and
Sure.
then because little middling with the tour, so don't want to book anything super crazy if this is going to be kind of a wasted trip. But
Right, right.
yeah.
So as you are you inside the bar as you're figuring this out?
Yeah, I would like to be indoors.
Sure.
I do have Jerome. I have I don't remember if I told you about the. No, I think I did. It was on my sheet originally. The merit that I took.
Yes.
Yes, I would like to now that it's because it's gotten like proper dark now.
Yes.
Right. Just because this is a pretty common spot, and because this is yeah, this might be a good idea to kind of pop that if possible.
Okay. Let me see.
Yeah. If you want me to, I could just read it out loud. I was just trying to be mysterious.
Terribly mysterious.
Right.
Ooh,
Like
history.
like the Sphinx. No, I have it. I was just trying to scroll back to go find it.
Oh sure.
So then give me a perception alertness check.
Okay. Perception alertness. So what's my difficulty?
Good question. Give me 1 second. I don't know if I have anything for her, but I'm going to check. Okay. So difficulty is, given what you're pulling out here, so your difficulty is 6.
Right. Difficulty 6. Hey, 4 successes.
Woo.
Hey,
Okay.
new dice spot.
So as you're sitting there and you've got kind of the adverts splayed in front of you, and you're trying to do some quick math, and you decide to kind of focus supernaturally out there, you can see somebody who is sitting at the far side, or not sitting, but like standing with their back up against the wall, looking directly at you. And you're able to tell that something's fishy about it because no one seems to respond to them. They just kind of walk right on by as if they're not there.
Okay, interesting. And they're staring right at me.
Yes, this person is staring right at you.
Okay, I will. For the moment, I'm going to play it cool. Like I haven't noticed them, but just kind of do like a kind of sweep in the room, just looking around. Go back to fiddling with my phone,
Sure.
checking out the prices. But yeah, every now and then I'm gonna just kind of corner my eye, take a look at this person. What do they look like?
They are the individual is a woman. Short hair. She actually has sunglasses on inside.
That means she's cool.
That does mean she's cool. She's tall and slender. And she has a like a full coat leather coat on. But it's more of a slim fit.
Okay. Does she do I see any weapons on her?
There could be weapons, but from this distance you couldn't really tell. She's literally at the other end of the bar.
Okay.
So not brandishing anything openly.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to, if there was something I would like to know. She carried a giant axe on her back. But yeah, no, I'll just occasionally just gonna continue to scope her out while I pour over my options for lodging for the evening. I think Cottonwood Heights sounds interesting. I'm assuming it's because it's a plantation. There's not going to be a whole lot of buildings around. There's going to be just by itself, right?
That is correct. Yes.
All right, that might be ideal. Yeah, I'll be pricing these and just kind of figuring things out while occasionally taking a look at my uninvited guest.
Okay. So at that point, Joe, you end up arriving in the parking lot, which it actually parks behind the building. We cannot hear you, Joe.
Always muted. Story of my life. I will have taken my bike because this was a personal errand and whatnot. So, yeah. So she'll make her way down to the location and park a little bit of ways just to maybe observe first who's attending, and then kind of walk up. She
Okay.
has kind of her little feelers out, if you will,
Right.
in terms of awareness.
Yeah. So Johann is kind of he's waiting in the back, and then of course you see a white Jeep Grand Cherokee come rolling up, and he motions you over to him. Johann, of course, he looks a little scruffy for a nerf herder. His clothing is a little beat up, but not dirty. He just looks like he doesn't care too much about personal appearance. All that much.
Makes sense. She is currently in, because she's basically just coming off the job, so to speak. And so she is currently in sort of a mechanic's just onesie zip up that's just unzipped to the waist a little bit. Has like her tool belt and stuff on, and as you see her in the picture, her hair is in a ponytail, it's just fallen to a side in some disarray and stuff. She's just, so you guys know, she's about 5'3" tan skin, dark brown hair, sort of a mousy brownish type deal. And she'll just sort of walk ahead and just be like, wave her hand, "Hey, sugar."
And he says, yeah, we're just waiting for a couple people to show up, but Lillian's got eyes on him.
Do I know who Lillian is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well,
Lillian is the head of the coterie that he's a part of, and they're the ones that do the most patrolling in the city to make sure it's safe.
Gotcha.
They kind of act as she kind of acts as an unofficial sheriff.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, if she's got it covered, then I'm sure we'll fine.
And so at that point, Charlotte and Petra obviously come walking up, and Johann starts motioning to them. So two people you've never met.
I just kind of step to the side after I see them sort of approach from I'm guessing the white Jeep or Jeep Cherokee or whatever. I just, as I'm waiting for them to arrive, she's sort of sitting back on her sort of like arms leaning against whatever like car or vehicle that they're standing against, and she'll look. Who are they?
He says they're with us. They're concerned citizens.
Oh, we need this many people to find an unidentifiable human or a person.
Lillian wasn't taking any chances, and they need to be tested.
Oh, okay. All right.
So,
well,
Joe, Charlotte, Petra, Charlotte, Joe.
Hey,
Apologies
ladies.
for the informality here, but we need to make sure this is taken care of.
She'll reach out her hand to shake their hands, like a little aggressive, like, "Hey, it's nice to meet you, and you too. Hey,
She'll shake.
glad you guys can make it."
Charlotte shakes as well.
I'm Joe.
Nice.
Nice to meet you. You're with Johan?
Always.
Um,
So are we getting
right, so
started? Are
yeah,
we all, or we're waiting
let's-
for more?
He says, no. He says, Lillian's already got eyes on the person. We're going inside. He says, I've got orders. Petra, you're doing the talking.
Okay.
And Joe and Charlotte, I want you, when we walk in, to stand back towards where the wait staff goes in.
What do we know and what do we want to know?
We don't know anything right now other than we can't identify this person. You know what we're looking for. And since we don't I know who this person is, we need to know, do we need to bring him before the prince?
So
Okay.
based on the people that are here now, and I have my whole like sort of awareness thing within the last, like a 10-foot radius sort of deal, do I feel any sort of supernatural abilities being displayed, auras, obfuscate, anything like that?
Let me get that pulled up. What was it? What was the merit again that you had?
I have perceive vampires,
That's what I thought.
and I have sorcerer awareness.
Okay.
So perceive is any obfuscate, doesn't matter what level, and I know what level is being used.
Right.
And the supernatural disciplines or gifts is a perception plus occult difficulty was used or has been used recently within a 10-foot radius.
Okay. Nothing currently then.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well then, she's like, "All right, this way, ladies," and she'll lead the way.
She follows in.
Okay. So
Follows.
Johan kind of walks up. He walks up, but he's flanking Petra. So Petra is just like a step in front of him, sort of thing. And Kate, at this point, as you're, one, kind of keeping, since you know somebody's watching you, you're kind of keeping your eye out casually, but also trying to make sure you figure out where you're going to stay. You end up seeing a crowd of people come walking in.
That's not suspicious at all.
Nope.
Yeah.
What is the pirate place? What is it like?
The pirate house.
The pirate house?
What is it?
A restaurant and a bar.
Okay.
Plus a historic building.
Okay.
Yeah, the inside of it, most of it is still
It's like the Willow House.
It is still kept to relatively like 19th century decor.
Okay.
Do they have mead? Do they have mead at this place?
We'll say they do.
Oh, excellent! I'm having a mead
and ale.
Oh, yes. Good. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but no rum.
Why is the rum gone?
I drank
all the food, the shade, the rum. Right, the rum is gone. So this crowd of 4 additional people come, walking in. 2 of which approach you directly. The other 2 slide off to the side. You're like where the employee only go. They kind of hang out over there. And then the person that you did see, who is hanging out back by the wall, starts approaching.
Okay. Yeah. So I will kind of turn in my seat to address the new people, just because I don't want to have my back to them.
Sure.
I'll say, hello, good evening. Can I help you all with something?
I'm sorry. Who are you?
Oh, you're back by the wait staff.
Oh. Sorry. Okay.
You're fine. You're fine.
Who are you? I'm from across the bar.
Hey,
boss.
You're with the Utes.
So we're going we're going the direct route, huh? Not how I would normally handle this sort of thing.
I don't know. What's the direct route?
That was out of character. Sorry.
Oh, right. Okay.
Keep in character.
Um. Okay. Well, I guess if he's rushing me right up front, first
Wait,
I'd like to observe um this person, and if he's got a drink, I would like to determine what he's drinking and if he's actually drinking it. Like if it looks like he's drunk any of it, or if it's like for show kind of a thing.
Okay. Why don't you give me a perception and awareness check?
they're here to beat me up.
Dose.
Okay. So based on what you can see, everything here appears like a normal person, would appear. There's some food that has been consumed. The glass is about a third empty.
Can I roll kindred lore to see if he seems like a vampire to me?
With your awareness check, you would have been hip to tell
Oh, okay.
signs to
Okay.
vampires that may have been slipping up on that, and you're not seeing anything like that. Like you can
Okay.
tell he's breathing normally. His eyes are blinking like they should. He doesn't have a pale complexion.
Okay. And what is it that he's drinking? A mead?
Mead, yes.
I mean,
Okay. I will ask him, how's the mead here?
it's not bad. I've I've tried a lot of different meads. Usually places like this, depending. Actually, I don't know. And ask the bartender. Is this stuff brewed locally?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Oh, I was asking the bartender if the mead is made locally, or if are they flying it in? Like,
Oh, yeah, they shrug. Ugh.
it's mead of indeterminate origin, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Is he at the bar or is he in a booth
He's at a booth.
by himself?
Yes.
Then I will invite myself to take a seat and raise my hand to the bartender to get what he's having.
Okay.
Been looking for a place with good mead.
Yeah. Are you new in town as well?
Oh no, I just don't make it this far, But I am a bit of a foodie, and so I'm always on a little culinary adventure.
Oh, excellent. Do you have any places you could recommend?
Well, there's a seafood place just outside of town on the way to Tybee that I highly recommend.
Right. He pulls out his phone and starts like jotting down notes.
Okay.
And like the notes app.
Johann at this point just leans against the booth, like casually, like he's with Petra, but he's preferring to stand as opposed to sit. And he casually motions to Charlotte and Joe, like, with his two fingers, just kind of one of these numbers, and for them to come over here and sit down.
I'll just sort of make a motion like a head tilt and just casually walk over.
This poor guy.
Charlotte comes over as well.
Okay.
I haven't done anything.
It's like I'm about to get beat up. Am I?
Yeah.
So
I mean-
then, with that in mind, I'm going to perceive, I guess, if
Scanninate.
you will. Scanninate and see what I can potentially pick up.
Sure.
I'm not sure what I would. I guess perception. I mean, I have the obfuscate and I have also the supernatural disciplines or gifts in general.
Yeah, you're check with your supernatural one.
Just perception and occult.
Okay,
Difficulty
so
eight.
perception and occult, difficulty 8.
Alright, perception.
Actually, one sec.
Mhm.
Perception and difficulty. Difficulty 10.
Ooh.
Why is it difficulty 10?
It's harder to potentially see.
Okay, well I know that, but
I'm just,
my shit says difficulty 8,
Right.
not 10. Okay,
I'm
fine.
just a regular guy.
Yeah, you're not a regular guy. I'm gonna spend a willpower because of that.
I thought I'd go
Um,
rogue. I thought I'd go rogue and just play a tourist.
All right.
Still one
Hang
that
on,
lies.
let me,
Yeah.
Regular human tourist.
Ooh.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah,
hold on,
the
let me,
logo that's up next to Cade is just a chalice. So
Hmm.
Yeah.
All
it's
right,
not a
roll
clan or
that.
anything. He's just a
Savannah.
I
drinker.
don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, a drinker.
I'm an alcoholic. I come from England. No.
Oh God, he's pathetical. No,
Difficulty
man.
10, you said? All right.
No,
What
no.
class of alcoholic?
What was the question?
What class of alcoholic?
Oh, nothing
Oh,
but.
oh,
I
yes.
don't recognize the.
All right, so
logo.
1 with the auto.
Yeah, check to see if he has pickled fingers, because that means he's the martini stirrer. You know,
Oh,
alcoholic.
Yeah.
the physical
So,
signs.
With
Okay,
difficulty 10, I have
so-
1 with the auto.
Right, yeah.
I mean, because
Okay,
it's
so you
difficulty
can't-
fucking 10.
You can't pick up what exactly it is, but he's radiating some sort of magic. I'll
kind of just,
He's got some sparkles.
I'll just sort of lean into Johan's ear and just like, it's kind of hard to detect sugar. He's got some sparkles to him, but I need to study him a little bit closer.
Okay, so he doesn't say anything. He just kind of taps his
And I'll
fist
just sort of
on
lean back.
your shoulder a little bit.
So, is this a friendly visit?
That depends. I think it looks pretty good so far. You said you're new in town.
Yeah.
Where do you come by? Where do you come to Savannah from?
From all over. I'm a bit of a traveler. We like to go to different places. See different things. I'm a big fan of like ghost tours, things like that. Just like to go in and kind of see the local legends.
Savannah has a lot of that. Are you a writer? Some kind of a journalist?
Uh,
An occultist, maybe?
I guess it's just a passing interest. I guess just just making the best of my time. I'll take a sip of the mead.
I will also take a sip of my mead.
Okay.
Not his.
So, Joe, if you are watching,
Mm-hmm.
they both have taken sips, so they must have the eat food merit.
Can I tell, just out of curiosity, can I tell anything about like the origins of the mead, or like the quality or anything?
There's really nothing you could roll for something like that.
I
outside
could
of-
roll crafts cooking.
Okay.
Actually,
Oh,
I could.
Okay. Give me
roll for
intelligence
fooding.
and crafts. Wow.
I know how niche is that, right? I was like, wait a minute, I do.
We're gonna make up our own roles in this game, Jerome.
Yeah.
And next time, I'm gonna roll instruction.
So she's gonna
Oh,
roll
2.
dexterity and boomerang to
Yep,
determine taste.
yep.
She's
And 2
Australian
successes.
to be.
Okay. He's right. It's above average quality based on what you taste out of it.
Can I tell maybe like where it was made? Or anything like that?
The type of mead you're drinking, we'll say it has more of an Irish element to it, oddly enough.
Irish honey.
You can infuse mead with stuff.
Yeah,
the
I'll like look at the mead and be like, that is pretty good. It's a bit of an Irish tang to it. Would you say?
Is that what that? Oh, yeah. I'm more just used to the pure honey. But yeah, it's not bad. I can get used to it.
You're getting kind of robotic there, George.
Oh,
Dial
Yeah.
up
Yeah,
your
you're cutting out a bit.
yeah, I see my connection just. Can you guys hear me?
We can
No.
still hear you.
Okay, sorry.
I
Yeah,
don't see him at all.
our internet's been really bad lately.
Maybe come back.
I just saw it, yeah, dipping below. Hopefully it'll pick back up.
I can close.
Should I come back or what? Come back in?
So
Sure.
robotic.
Yeah, try to see if you
Oh, there he
can.
is.
Try to see if you can maybe clear your cache and then rejoin. Like
Yeah,
dump
start
dump
fresh.
everything.
Mhm.
See if that may help.
Okay, I will give that a go. Cache one here.
So while we're waiting, I will lean over to was it Stephanie, right? Yeah, Abby's character. I'm sorry,
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Sorry, I'll lean over to Charlotte. It's like, hey, I haven't seen you in a little bit. How's the shop doing?
It's doing really well. As well as the estate, it's doing well as well.
Hmm. Have you had any weird shit happening lately? Like, cause you know what, I had this weird car come in lately, and frankly, they're a weird customer because they come up like every other week at this point to have me fix their Mustang. I feel like they just want to see me.
A weird car. What makes it weird?
No, sorry. Weird, maybe might be a wrong word for it. It's a Mustang, and I just, Mustangs are supposed to be built to last, but I just keep having to, work on this thing.
What year is it? The newer Mustangs are not.
I'll give it next year. I don't know. It's just bullshit at this point. Oh, your cause. Okay.
It's a 69.
It's a 69 Mustang. It can take
Isn't-
some hits, let me tell you, but sometimes I feel like to just sideswipe it to come see me.
Maybe said person likes you.
I mean, well, if I knew who this person was, maybe. I'm never there when they drop it off. It's always during the day.
Mm. Difficult situation then.
Yeah, I suppose.
Make good money for the shop.
I can't complain. It pays the bills. And then, if I tow them. Because sometimes, their totals are a bit high.
Mm. Fair. Do you have any other prospects?
I am gonna be working on a new movie that's coming into town. Apparently, I'm just gonna be part of the crew and stuff. But it's exciting. I haven't done anything like this, but my boss, I think, is kind of like eager to get rid of me.
A movie filmed in Savannah.
Yeah. It's called Savage Streets.
Interesting. Sounds like a
No spoilers though. I don't know what the story plot is, but I'm guessing it has something to do with driving and shit.
one of those action thrillers with cars and fighting.
Sure, I'm just there to provide technical assistance and stuff, but it pays the bills, and I'm excited to see these actors are going to be here.
Absolutely.
So George is back.
George is back.
Hopefully everybody can see him.
What?
Oh, eh.
What?
So,
He's
anyways,
not ghosting us.
so Petra, you end up getting a text while you're chatting with them that says, "Hurry this up."
So, how long do you think you'll be in town? There's a lot of ghost tours around here.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not quite sure. The first tour was a little boring. I mean, yeah, I at the moment it's maybe only looking like a couple of days. Yeah, unless something interesting pops up, but that's not guaranteed to happen. Um, but yeah, yeah. Any other questions or?
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Well, my father is long
She's like,
dead.
stop. I was just kidding. Haven't you ever seen that movie, Kindergarten Cop?
Oh, it's on the list, but I haven't. No, I haven't made
The
time to see it.
list? What list?
List of movies I
That
need.
one's a good 30 years old, isn't it?
Yeah, but everyone's got a list of movies that they think everyone else needs to see, and I've been told that one's a good one. But,
Well, it's a good one. It's a classic. But
all right.
so I'm sorry. What are you here for?
Tourism. Just here to see the sights. Go on some ghost tours. Yeah, just kind of see what's in Savannah.
I'm gonna call bullshit and say, hey, what are you really doing here? Can I roll I don't know what intimidation?
Hint,
I don't even know nothing.
elbow.
Sure, if you want.
I mean, I'm just gonna be out there and just.
Yeah, if that's the case, it's manipulation and intimidation.
Yeah, Petra's gonna look at her like, "Did you seriously just jump the gun like that?"
I did.
She just jumped that conversation like the General Lee going off a ridge.
I did because we're just circling around the main point. I am gonna burn another willpower for an auto.
Okay.
Because I have no intimidation.
Wow.
Maybe you should take some points.
I will once we get some XP from this session.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
All right, hold on. Let me
trim down mine too for some.
Squirt up. Okay. Two with the auto.
Okay. So Cade, that it came across kind of forceful and
just blunt.
She is a little blunt and actually a little intimidating.
Ooh.
How you interpret that is up to you, but she's got some moxie.
What?
She kind of has her hand on her hip, on her tool belt, sort of just looking at you, like waiting for an answer.
Are you going to screw drive me?
It might hurt. Do you want to try me?
No, we just met.
No foreplay yet. Okay.
Yeah, no. I mean, I think at this point, I can tell from all of you, including the wallflower. Is the wallflower still on the wall?
No, I'm over there.
Oh no, not you. The Lillian, the one who was watching me.
No, she's nearby. She's not on the wall.
Okay, all right. So she's moved places.
Yes,
right?
yes, she has.
Yeah. So I'll say I can fairly well believe at this point that you are the welcome wagon. I don't know what I've done to invoke this kind of ire. I've only gone on one ghost tour.
Ire? Honey, you just arrived here, and you know what? We pay attention to stuff.
I mean, that's fine. Is there? This is a tourist city.
She just kind of grumbles, is it really a tourist city?
I mean,
Petra is gonna reach over and touch his hand and just say, It's just precautionary. We want to keep track of who's coming and going in the city.
Yes,
Sure. Sure.
no, I understand, and I am not, no point during this conversation have I, at least in my mind, done anything I thought was uh, aggressive. If I did, I apologize. That was not my intention. I'm just, uh, how to put
So
this?
proper.
Yeah, how to put this?
So while he's coming up with that, Johann pulls out a 20, throws it down on the table, and just kind of nudges with his head, like does one of these numbers towards the door.
Is that for the meat, or is he
Is
paying?
he is he looking at only us, or is he looking at Aid as well?
Yeah, and everybody at the table, he threw down the money, and then he's kind of, edging with his head to head towards the door.
So I take it.
You know
We
what?
need-
I think we need to pick this party elsewhere. And so just stand up. Make our way out.
I'm gonna kind of
Yeah.
look. I'm gonna look over at Petra, who has been like the nicest one so far, and be like,
I'm the
Is
good
this-
cop here.
"Yeah, well, I'm gonna be like, is this gone south already? Is that what this is?"
No, I think it's
Hmm.
maybe something we ought to discuss more privately.
All right, I'm up for that. But you definitely seem of the. Or would I be right in assuming that you're of a fair-minded persuasion?
I'd like to think so.
Okay. Well, if you believe that it is about to pop off, I would prefer a little bit of a heads up. I'll be looking at you to play referee. Um, I have no intention
Mm.
of starting any trouble in a city I'm barely in. But your friends are very gruff.
You will be my bodyguard, good cop.
Uh, I will. She'll just make sort of a non-committal noise and smile and wait for him to step out.
Right? Yeah. I'll get up. I'll grab my pamphlets, my phone,
Sure.
go into the pocket, and I'll follow the welcome wagon outside.
Can I see that he has a pamphlet to my Airbnb?
Yes.
Ah, you're interested in Cottonwood Heights?
Yeah,
Oh,
it
yes,
sounds
the name.
interesting. Have you been there before?
I am the owner.
You're the owner. Oh, excellent. Yeah, I was hoping to find a place to stay in town, but the
It is a ways out of town, it's on an old plantation.
I mean, I think that fits in kind of with what in what I'm interested in, what I'm here to see, and it's better than staying at the Marriott. I mean,
Definitely.
yeah.
It is we are renovating it to be also a historic site
Oh,
and
excellent.
historic experience. So,
Yes, no, I'm very interested in learning about the places I visit.
So with that, as you guys are getting to the door, and you're kind of kibitzing about the Airbnb and whatnot, Johann motions to the parking lot. He says, "Let's just take this over here, away from people, please."
Yeah. So Joe will just be sort of casually just striding towards the group.
I imagine Charlotte takes the opposite side of Petra.
Sure. Okay. So
Yeah,
So
Petra will
ahead.
walk next to Cade.
okay.
And I'll just be on the other side of Johann, just sort of lean back again. She just pulls out a packet of she unwraps a pack of gum from her pack and just refills her stash, sort of, if you will.
Okay.
And then she just sort of waits and looks at people and just starts popping bubbles.
Okay. So when you walk, I mean, obviously there's still cars and there's still potentially people that may walk up. But where you guys position yourselves in the parking lot, you're going to see anybody walking up to the car. So it's not like they're going to be able to surprise you or something. So the conversation at this point could be, much more private. So at this point, Lillian, shows herself as well. So obviously there's 6 people here now for Cade. And Lillian at this point says, okay, so what are you? What's your name?
Well, nice to make your acquaintance. Yeah, my name is Cade, and how to put this? This is like I feel like every time I tell this part, people think either that I'm messing with them or it's a joke. But
Petra
I
will
don't think
say,
you're human necessarily. I don't get that vibe from you.
he seems alive to me.
oh, very much alive.
Can I tell potentially what he is? Can I roll an intelligence or no? Nothing.
Nope.
Okay. No vibe from him. No aura from him. Okay.
I mean, outside of the bit of magic you caught,
Yeah.
coming off of him.
So what are you? Like you're not I don't know, you're not, I don't know, bloodthirsty.
Oh,
Kind of rolls her eyes around and looks at you in that joking manner.
oh no, absolutely not. Yeah. Like I said, I'm a bit of a traveler. I perform a little bit. I'm not very good at it yet, but I'm learning. I am. Seems so weird how to say this without sounding like a psycho. But you all,
Just say it.
all right, fine. I am a knight.
A knight?
Yes, a knight.
Uh,
So yeah, so at that
like
point,
are you knighted
they all kind of
by
like
the
look
Queen of
around.
England?
Not
Well,
England, but
he was right.
yeah.
I don't know what that means. Like you're a knight. Okay, okay, so I've heard, okay, so can I roll cam lore in that I've heard knights are, the whole Garu path.
No, yeah.
No. Okay.
Oh, you're talking. No, it's not a Guru path. You're talking about
Not Garu, sorry.
You would need a higher level of cam lore to figure something out, something like that.
I only have one, so
and
okay.
more specifically, you need Sabat lore if you're going down that route.
Oh yeah, definitely don't have that.
Petra will say, what exactly does a knight do?
I mean, you've read stories. You watch.
Wait. Do you rescue damsels in distress? I mean, I could be in distress.
I mean, they're not always damsels.
It's just kind of points like, just meet me here. Oh,
I mean, are you in need? Are you in need of help?
I'm always in need of help, darling.
Oh, flirting.
She just kind of like winks
Oh.
at you.
Well, now it's the accent.
It even seduced the dice bot.
Unlike other Robin Hoods, I can speak with.
I will roll my I don't know, I'll roll my charisma or manipulation or whatever to sort of lay it on thick.
At that point, it'd be charisma and expression.
Okay. Because I can, and I will.
Are you spending another willpower point?
No, I am not.
This is just
one,
like,
no. I'll just take one.
this is just like the last time like somebody flirted with me. They just pulled out some dice and started rolling.
No. I'm just gonna use the natural.
Did it work?
hits.
No.
I only have a 1.
So
Okay.
I mean, at this point, Lillian's like, look, cut to the chase. We don't have time for this.
Right,
She's like,
well,
okay. Sorry. Backs up a little bit.
I've already given you my answer. I am a knight. I mean, you choose to believe it or not, but I am. I assume the rest of you. I am not normal, but I have no interest in how should I put it, in harming the local ecosystem. I understand that I'm assuming you all live here, you all eat here, whatever it is that you eat and all. I'm not here to make waves. It's just I go to places, I see if there's something that is lurking in the dark, something that is evil, like outrightly evil, that needs to be dealt with, and then I deal with it. But that doesn't mean
So
I'm here
you're a
to
hunter.
a what?
I didn't stutter. You're a hunter.
I don't know what that is.
How do you not know what a hunter is? He who
Uh,
hunts?
well, I mean, I'm a knight, but
You
it-
hunt evil.
Aside from the fact that being a knight makes no damn sense, it's not. It's an occupation. It's not a thing.
oh, I guess I don't get paid for it. Do people get paid to be hunters?
Oh my god.
What do knights have to do with ghosts?
I mean, nothing in particular. Uh, in fairness, like I mean, I've met ghosts. Ghosts are fine. Some ghosts are bad. Some ghosts are, they're just there. It's not a. It's more of a, if you go on a ghost tour, you learn about, oh, there's a place where people are going missing, and they're going missing in violent ways that seem like they might be a bad thing, and you go and you deal with it. That's what a knight does.
And how long ago approximately were you knighted?
What year is it now? I look at my phone.
2024.
And Petra's just gonna look at Lillian like, is this the kind of thing that you wanted to know? Does this answer your questions?
Well, that you can't really convey that with a look, but
I'm not so good with the quick math, but it's been at least 600 years.
600 years.
so you're
Oh my
some
God.
form of an immortal. That's obviously way different than a knight.
Why can't
Christ, man.
I'm
What?
like,
Why are you? Why do you call yourself a knight? I just okay.
because I am a knight. But
Did you get knighted by the queen? Like I just don't have any context
no,
here.
it was a king. I was knighted by a king.
Who?
Oh, which king?
What knight? What king?
If you're gonna boast that, you have to have some pretty heavy credentials. I'm just
So,
saying,
so,
sugar.
so Johann, nudges Lillian. He says, "So look, if he was a knight, he had to apprentice under somebody. You don't know the king. Who the hell did you apprentice under?"
Oh my God! Can anybody tell if he's been lying or not?
Just give him your resume, dude. That's what they want here.
Okay,
Like, we're just trying to tell you if you're bullshitting, and she just sort
I
of
don't-
just exasperates her hands, sort of deal.
I don't have a resume. But I do have a business card that links to my LinkedIn, which has all of my qualifications. Yes, no, I was.
I don't
This
want
is
to
not
call
a
this
job
guy.
application. I'm telling you.
Right, good, because it's
Why
very
would I want
hostile.
your LinkedIn?
You were hitting on me not 5 minutes ago.
And you're still hot, but
Okay.
I don't want your LinkedIn profile.
So
Thank you.
Lillian at this point stomps down on the ground very angrily, and she's like, "Look, you can go chase him on your own time at this point, Joe. Cade,
I will.
answer the questions straightforward before we do something to rip you in half."
Oh, that's uncalled for. I've done
That was the
nothing.
whole point of this, to
Petra's gonna
see who
say,
the hell
I-
you were.
Is this
I-
really necessary?
I was-
Clearly
Yes.
not the kind of person you thought we needed to look for.
Unless he's BSing us or he doesn't know any better, like a Malkavian.
I squired to I squired to Sir is it Galoy? Jerome?
Galahad.
Did you say
Oh, Galahad.
squire?
Yeah.
You squired to Galahad?
Galahad.
Galahad. Okay, because I
Galahad.
yeah, I guess it's the Welsh.
So
Wait, you're that
Malkavian
old?
is sounding good right about now. Look, so all of this aside, you are going to be meeting with the prince of this city, and they're going to be laying out the rules for what goes on here. Don't attempt to run. Don't attempt to hide. When you're called, step forward. And whatever you do, for the love of God, don't answer questions the way you just did.
Oh, so I'm going to be in so much trouble because I've done nothing but tell you all the truth. If
Find a
You
different
told
way to
us
tell
the
the truth.
Yes, you need to find ways to like maybe dance around the truth. If you tell people that you're a knight from like King Arthur's day, I don't think that's gonna work.
I mean, I don't like. Did you hear me saying
I've
that
heard,
to the?
I've heard weirder things. It's just that's really damn weird.
I
Look,
mean, I
the
Mhm.
point being here is if you're going to be in this city, there are rules to follow. If you are what I'm hoping sounds like you're a good guy who has a hard time answering a straight question, okay, fine. We'll figure out some way to work with that. What we can't do is stand around here and whatever the hell this was.
Dither.
Thank you. Thank you. Good
I
word.
didn't
Dither.
in
Of
fairness,
course, you own a bookstore. Of course.
in fairness, I have answered. I have been as truthful as possible. I'm trying to be as accommodating. But like I said, people always get weird when I bring it up. But I would also point out that I don't go telling it to everyone. I wasn't
That's
going
fine.
up.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's
We are
appropriate.
the crew that needs to know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could tell from the moment you were up against the wall watching me and invisible.
Good.
Is this
Oh,
how
you
you
saw
conduct
that,
all
huh?
of your investigations?
No. When they smell of Malkavian, yes.
That's a bit.
Those
Are
rude.
you a Malkavian?
Those
No.
are the
Right.
No, I drove here during the day.
Oh, well then.
Okay. That's
your
something
tan.
else that's good to know. Look, the point being is keep your knickers on. When you're called tomorrow night, you approach. Got it? Answer the questions in a straightforward, not circular manner. Don't, and she points to Charlotte, dither.
And she winks at Charlotte. Yeah.
We don't
All
need to
right.
know your whole life story, but we need to understand enough about who you are and why you're here so you can get permission to stay if that's the idea. If not, you're going to be chased out of town.
Mm-hmm.
That's about as clear as I can make it.
All right.
So, Cade, nod and tell me you understand.
I understand perfectly.
Excellent. So, this is Joe. That's Charlotte. This is Petra. She says, that's Johan. I'm Lillian.
Hello.
We're a part of
Come
a crew that watches this city.
Okay. Yeah. Good to know. So, I will need a phone number from at least one of you in order to make sure that I
Yeah,
can
as soon as
answer
you
the
say
call.
that, she looks to Johan and he's all, ugh. He's
Petra
like,
will also
fine.
pull out a business card for the cafe.
Okay.
Charlotte does the same for the bookstore, and yeah.
Is this
I just grab his phone and just walk up to him and like, hey, can I see your phone for a minute? And then she
sure.
yeah, she just grabs it and just like types in her number and then types in the shop's number and then she said, don't use this first. Like just ridiculously long contact info.
Okay.
Puts in some winky faces.
Yep.
Your home address.
Nope.
Just
No,
in
no.
case.
My Instagram, my
Yeah.
Facebook,
Tinder profile. What
Yeah,
the
my
heck?
Tinder, my OnlyFans,
Oh, hell.
and down low.
Your It's got your horoscope or your star sign.
My sign.
Yeah.
Your old
Pisces.
MySpace page.
Yeah. Your favorite class in D&D.
Yeah,
Mhm.
there you go. And actually, while you're doing that, Lillian looks at Charlotte and she says, "Charlotte, can you do us a favor here and just set him up at one of your little bungalows or something so we can help keep an eye on him?
Of course I can.
We won't make it, for gratis. We'll find a way to compensate you, but let's just keep all eyes on him for the time being until he can be vetted. You okay with that, Cade?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I was looking for a place to stay for the night.
Okay, great. Perfect. All right. So, crisis averted for the time being, it sounds like. Don't go around getting yourself into any hunting situations, Mr. Knight, until we've had a chance to vet you. Thank you all for showing up. Charlotte, Petra, I'll get with you two later about like evaluations or whatnot, but otherwise, you showed when you needed to. A+.
Okay.
Joe just feeling like left out at that point, and so she just
She's
goes
like,
up
I
to
did all the work here.
goes up to the Joe's character. She's like, you know what? Don't worry. You know what? She pats him on the back. Just hang around with me, and she just sort of wiggles her eyebrows a little bit. I'll just show you what needs to what needs to happen around here.
Wow, okay.
This is part of the evaluation.
It could be.
We call this calisthenics.
There's a physical exam.
Exactly. All right, so that is where we're going to stop for the night. It's about 3.5 hours in, so thank you guys all for hanging out there. Obviously, with the first game out of the way, second game is going to flow a lot better as
Arcade.
more people
XP.
knows one another. Yes, let's go ahead and do XP real quick. Is there any birthdays in August? I don't think so, right?
Nope.
Not
Okay.
mine.
But it's a new game.
It is.
New month.
So
Got that
go
new
ahead.
good smell.
Go ahead and roll. Somebody want to roll 1d4 plus 1?
I will.
Okay. Everyone's all like, not Dale.
Oh,
4.
understandable.
Yeah, not this game.
Yeah.
4 points.
4 points. All right.
Yeah.
Dale
Cool.
is Savannah's Brittany.
Oh no.
Well, what?
I
Say that
haven't
again?
rolled yet,
Oh.
so.
All right.
Dale is
So
Savannah's
thank
Brittany.
you guys all for playing. Our next game for this is going to be August the 16th. So I'm looking forward to more of this, see what's going on here. Oh, I got the hiccups. Tomorrow night, however, at 6 p.m. is more Marvel Superheroes Modern Age Heroes. Looking forward to that and seeing just what is going to be happening. A lot of revelations popping off in the Discord chat. So it's going to be interesting to see what spills over from there. And then next week on Wednesday and Thursday is Cyberpunk and Street Fighter, both at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So thank you guys all for playing tonight. Thank you guys for hanging out with us and the raid, and anybody watches this on replay, and have a good night. Good night, guys.
Good night.